The real phenomenon was how many people wanted to castigate Canelo prematurely when none of us had all the facts. That's what I really can't get over. But what's even more is they was tagging me to argue about the shit so that when they come out wrong, they don't even want to admit that they wrong. That's what I be saying. You can't argue with these motherfuckers, man. Like, motherfucker really be a whole waste of time. You mad that he quote unquote ducked Crawford, even though you didn't know that, but you mad at that, so that when come to find out that's not the case, you can't even fucking admit it. Grow up, man. Grow the fuck up. Luis, what it do? Lucius, what it do? Soul, Juancho, Zerg in the building. You know what I'm saying? Gooch in the building. That's the craziest shit. And if you go to the video I did yesterday, that's literally what the whole segment, that's literally what I was saying, like in the whole segment, that until we know, don't rush to assumption, because if nothing else, between now and September is plenty of time to come back to the table, make amends, make it work. If nothing else, if we don't know nothing else, we know that from now to September is a substantial amount of time to renegotiate and make amends. The whole shit really looked like he used the Netflix shit as a leverage play to get a better deal out of Turkey. It looked like it was a leverage play because you basically turned a 3-fight deal into a 4-fight deal. You know, now you're going to get a nice size bag. And I seen that Turkey said he didn't match what Netflix offered him. He didn't match it. But that's not really what it is. It's more that you got to turn a 3-fight deal into a 4-fight deal by using this as a bit of leverage. That like, yo, look, I want to fight Crawford, but I also want to fight in May. Netflix is offering me what you got for me? And that's how you turn a 3-fight deal into a 4-fight deal. Domo said, laughing my ass off. David started begging. You already got a video ready for that. That's why I'm not even going to talk. I don't even want to talk about David in this live, because I already got a video ready for y'all about that right after this live ends. That shit pathetic, man. That shit is straight pathetic. Not much, chilling. You already know. That's my kids getting yelled at in the background. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, yo, it was an eventful 24 hours, but I guess it was fun in some ways, but annoying in others. Cause it's like you see that, like, yeah, y'all motherfuckers is really on. Y'all really got little kid brains, and I ain't even playing when I say that. Your brain is underdeveloped. You was mad that he ducked him, so when you find out he didn't duck him, you still fucking mad. Go jump off a fucking bridge, dog. That shit crazy. Motherfuckers was mad that Crawford ducked, that whatchamacallit ducked Crawford. So when you find out he didn't duck Crawford, you still mad. Bro, go play in traffic then, bro. You fucking miserable. What it do, Ignacio?
What
ASVP.
up, Jules?
David ready to go to Saudi now. David is a whole bitch. Mars Book Sale said Jerry the Cuck punch in the air. I don't even want to talk about David, bro, on some real shit. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this corny ass dude, bro. I'm like, yo, you scared to death of them Russians, man, and you just making that more and more obvious that you are terrified of them Russians, bro.
Jules, all I gotta say is how the tables have turned.
The shit is that motherfuckers can't wait a day, because it was basically a day, right? It was like a day, one day.
Oh no,
Motherfuckers
no, no,
can't.
no. I'm talking about in regards to Mirage's idol.
Oh, word, right?
You know how the
No,
tables have turned.
but together, I pointed that shit out. I pointed that shit out from months ago. That months ago, I did it in an episode of the Relay. David Benavidez tagged Turkey LL Sheik, and he was like, "Yo, I want to fight Canelo in Saudi." Right? He literally says that in the shit. Fast forward when it's about Better Beef and Bevo. Nah, the way my contract is set up, I'm a Vegas. Like, man, get the fuck
Nah,
out of
you
here,
see it. You
bro.
see immediately after the announcement, he went right back to calling out Canelo.
Bro, I don't think he want to fight Canelo.
Bro,
I
Yeah,
think he want to fuck Canelo. He want to
Bro,
fuck
like
Canelo.
he said
his
he said he's
entire
a Vegas fighter.
career, bro,
He said
his
he's a
entire career name has no relevance outside of Canelo, bro.
The
he
shit was
said
whoever told me that Marco, the dude, that he watched highlights, I really thought y'all was lying. I watched the boxing voice earlier today. Shout out to Nesta. I sent Nesta a super chat. And he said it. Yo, he really just watched highlights. Bro, that's crazy to me. You don't watch the fight? Like you don't watch the whole fight? You just watch highlights? Wow.
Who you
no.
talking about, G?
David said he was a Vegas fighter, like he was Don Rickles and had residency.
Like he's Celine Dion or some shit,
Yeah.
right?
right.
Like, yo, man, yo, look, now I don't even want you to get the fight. I'm
Like he's
fucking tired of
basically-
you, bro.
Jules,
I
remember
hope-
when I told you in the space, bro? Once you get that 118 away card, bro, you don't want to leave.
I don't even want him to get the fight now. Like, man,
Yo,
go
who the fuck
fucking.
is Marco?
Marco is a content creator. He's a dude that be on a boxing voice, and he do his own videos and shit. Cause I follow him. I follow him on Instagram. But I really thought you was exaggerating. Like, yo, he really just watch highlights, yo.
No, he was naming
Damn,
his
that's
pound
wild.
for pound list, and he was in his pound for pound list right from the bat. Number one, Gervonta Davis, and then the debate was now that
That's wrong.
Benavidez beat a guy with 11 fights, he should be on the pound for pound list, and he's like his number 3 or something. Like he didn't even have Usyk on there, and Inoue, he was like Bud and Inoue were not as relevant as Gervonta Davis and Benavidez.
No,
You know what, bro?
I've been hearing some cat argue for the entire past week about David Benavidez should be on this pound for pound list. I don't understand that shit.
Well,
I mean, they could argue as much as they want. He not on mine, bro.
Yeah,
Y'all
but
know how
listen,
mine works.
not on any respectable
Some people
one.
are arguing he should be like number 10. This guy was straight up saying he's in the top 5.
I mean, if
My dude, the shit is that's why pound for pound is a very touchy subject, because depending on who you're talking to, it's gonna become very frustrating that they don't really understand that concept. If David Benavidez's whole thing is that he's a big and strong kid, that's the opposite of pound for pound, you fucking moron. Pound for pound is not about size, it's about skill.
Yeah,
and
it's
you
literally
got
the
enough
opposite. It means
skill.
that I can only beat you if I'm bigger than you.
There you go. So it's like if your whole thing at 68 is, oh, I'm big, I'm a big dude, and I throw a lot of punch. Well, that's not really pound for pound, homie.
If
And
the
you
only
could-
boxing you watch is like from comp tickets, then yeah, it makes sense he'd have Davis and Benavidez in his.
Bro, he
comp.
probably got Jared Hurd on there, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Jared Hurd.
Yo, you know he
Speaking of Jared Hurd,
he's
Bro,
on the
Richard
prelim.
Hitchens is number 6.
No, when you know
Gotta
when what I forget the guy's name now. I can't even make
Jules,
it.
Jared Hurd is on the tank card. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
You just brought him up.
That's why I brought him up, because I'm like, yo, did y'all see what he looked like with Jason? Like, bro, and this is the prelim card. Them dudes should fight in the parking lot with no cameras rolling. That's what Jared Hurd should.
Bro, they pulled him out of the freezer, yo. They pulled him out of the
No,
freezer.
'cause he
and put him on the
fought.
counter.
No, because he fought. He did fight, but he looked. Remember, he had the fight with the banana a couple of months ago on Pro Box. But it's like, yo, they both look terrible, bro. Like, these guys,
I got
He looks like he's swimming underwater.
yeah. He looks like he's swimming in mayonnaise, bro. Like,
Oh, dude.
Who's he fighting?
he was fighting. Like, he's fighting Johan Gonzalez on the prelim. I don't know that dude. I'm gonna be real. I watch a lot of boxing. I don't know Johan Gonzalez.
Yeah, because when I saw the Rosario hurt, and then I heard that Rosario was gonna fight Ramos, I'm like, oh, this kid's gonna beat the shit out of him. I'm like, cause Rosario and Hurd look like dog shit in their fights.
Yo, speaking of Ramos, does David Benavidez have Eric Lubin on his pound for pound list?
Probably. He probably number 3, bro.
I got a question, Rio, because like I don't understand how you're the size of David Benavidez and you can't crack. So I'm wondering, is it punching mechanics? Do you just not know how to throw an effective punch?
Nah, what it really is.
You're not planning your fucking.
Nah. What it really is bone density. Like I suspect in the case of David Benavidez, is bone density, because when I look at his father, and I look at his brother, Y'all not big dudes. You tall, you know, like his brother's 6 feet, so he not a little dude. But I'm saying that you not a burly dude, right? And then I look at David. David is skinny fat. Your shoulders is real little for a dude that's what 6'2". Your shoulders is like little. So that tell me like a part of the
Yeah,
reason that
look at him
Manny,
next to Vosdick. He had little
a,
woman shoulders.
a part of the reason that Manny Pacquiao hit so hard, yo, that dude, like they looked at his wrists. He got a very big wrist for a man his size. He got very big ankles and like he's a big
Bro,
little
that
muscles.
dude,
nigga's calves are fucking huge, bro.
right? So I
Fat
think a
He's
part
like
of the
what
reason I think a part of the reason that David can't hit like that is bone density. Like, yeah, you got size. I mean, I ain't trying to shit on him or nothing. Well, I am, but I'm not. But it's like, yeah, you're not a little person per se, but like you skinny fat. You not like you could see the dudes. You could see the dudes that they big dudes. Like if you looked at Vosdick, bro, Vosdick looked like a whole grown man next to him. He looked like a teenager. He looked like he needed a sports bra. Like
Yeah,
yo,
once
I thought you
once
guys weren't going to
everything
talk about
like
David, man. What
like
happened? You're not going to talk
every
about David? We're talking
every
about
single
David.
man is gonna look like him once like there's
Nah,
nothing
I
but
brought him up.
microplastic in our ball sacks. Like we're all gonna
for
look like
real.
him.
For
That's
real,
what men
he
are gonna
look
look like.
he looked like the bag that they give you when you take the goldfish home. That's what David looked. He looked like the bag. Like he looked like
Hey.
that. Like he just carrying shit. Like it's a little goldfish in his stomach and shit, yo.
Hey, if David can't punch, why was he walking down a puncher like Morel? I'm confused. Somebody explain it?
Did he go the distance? Did he knock him out, yo?
Why was
He
he on
got
the front
dropped.
foot
He
versus a
got hurt
puncher
doing
like
that.
Morel?
That's the crazy
Wasn't
part.
he
That
gonna
the
break
only
his fucking face or some shit?
yo, the craziest shit is David said all that shit so that he could be the one that get knocked down. You can't make this shit.
Hey, but hey,
bro.
look, I'll give. Hold on, wait. I'll give Benavidez this though. At least he didn't have to read his shit from a phone this time.
Nah, but it's like y'all like look, Mirage want to talk about the same thing. Like you gonna make the same points about the same shit, and I'm wondering, yo, why you not knocking people out anymore, David? You not knocking people like that's not my
Hey,
imagination.
Jules, I want to give Turkey credit. Turkey stepped in and saved Canelo the embarrassment from fighting Jake Paul. So respect to Turkey. He talked some sense into Canelo, and yeah, I like Turkey. What do you
I
guys
mean
think?
that's cool, but I'm still wondering like, yo, David, why you can't knock people out?
Because he's fighting monsters. He's fighting tanks. That's why.
Vosdick is a monster.
Damn right.
Vosdick is a monster.
Did you see how big he was, Jules? That guy was jacked out of his brains, man.
Bro, Arthur is smaller than both of them, and he
Arta's
knocked
gonna
fucking
get it.
Vosdick out.
Hey, if they fight, I'm predicting David stops Arta.
Yeah, you could predict that dumb shit if you want to.
All
Nobody believe that shit. Like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with that shit. Like, okay, so we're just gonna abandon common sense to say whatever. Okay, bro, you could pick him 3 times, bro. You know, I don't know. What am I gonna do? That's an easy. That's
hey, bro,
an easy
Plant's a
prediction.
fucking monster, bro. Did you see how he grabbed David?
For real,
Right
Caleb
by
is
the
a
ass
monster,
cheeks,
bro. Shit is crazy. Like I just happen to think, with the exception of Mirage, who I think is trolling, Americans just like hype jobs, bro. Like
I think you're trolling, Jules.
I've
the funny
come to the
part.
conclusion. I've come to the conclusion that Americans just like shit that look a certain way, even if they know underneath it all, it ain't really that. Cause it's like you can't explain. Like, bro, it ain't like Vosdick ain't been knocked out before. He has. It's not like Plant ain't been knocked out before.
By who? But
He
who knocked out
has.
Vosdick? Who knocked out Vosdick? I'm
Better
pretty
be,
sure.
better be the real
that's it.
monster. Better be the real
And
monster.
it took
That's a
a
real
real
monster.
monster.
Benavidez
and it
doesn't
took a
wanna
real
fight.
monster to knock
Better
out,
Beav is the real Mexican monster, bro. And the crazy shit is he not even Mexican, bro. It's the real Mexican monster,
Well,
bro.
Your Better Beef's legit more Mexican than David, bro.
Jules.
And I'm gonna tell you what,
Nah.
Mirage, because I'm a warn all the Benavitas, all the Benvenutis that's out there. It's only gonna get worse for your boy. He not gonna hit harder at Cruiser. Forget that shit.
So far, it's getting better. Like he's actually winning.
How?
When's it going to get worse? When's it gonna
How?
Nah,
How?
he's gonna grow
How is
to
it?
his man
He
strength,
literally
bro.
stopped knocking people out.
He just had a great fight versus.
That's what I'm
very
saying. Like,
dangerous,
look,
very
Mirage,
dangerous
I'm a level
fighter.
with you, bro. I'm 42.
Alright.
All right, I'm
And-
42. I don't got patience for stupid shit. Your boy can't knock people out, bro. He can't.
Alright.
How the
Neither
fuck
can-
is he?
Neither can
How the
Canelo.
fuck?
Is that the standard
Canelo.
to knock people
Wait a
out?
minute.
How
Wait a
about he
minute.
wins?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
He's
Shut
winning.
the fuck up. No. Wait a minute. Shut the fuck up. Canelo is 5'7" in his mid-30s and started out as a welterweight. Why are you comparing him to a dude that's 28, 6'3" at only his second weight? You
The
post
point
a
is, I'll tell you
po-
what.
if anything, because usually this is how this goes, but that's also how I know that he stayed at 68 too long. What usually happens, especially with the top rank guys, they'll start out at a weight and they can hit there. They can hit there, but they're still kind of green, kind of like Crawford at 35. And then their power, you start to see their power at the second weight, and in special cases at the third weight. Usually that's how that go to, like, yeah, Crawford could punch at 35, but he could really punch at 40. Like, now that you don't got to lose that extra 5, you feeling good, you hit hard. Whereas with David, it's like, yo, it's literally the opposite, bro. But why? Well, you spent 10 years at the same weight, bro. Quiet as
Hey.
kept. You was probably supposed to move up 3 years ago.
Okay, so apparently winning's not good enough now. You got to win and knock people
Not
out.
if they calling you a monster.
You were the one who said he was going to knock him out.
Hey, you can't knock out everybody, but he's putting a good beating on his
Can't
opponents.
seem to
That's
knock
good
out
enough for me.
anybody. Like, how you the one getting knocked down at that?
Jules,
Yo, you
this is
see
why I think.
Yo, you seen his face? It looked like the bottom of the school desk in the high schools with all the gum on it and shit and the condoms.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
whole face looked like
Jules.
that.
Yo,
B.
listen,
Yeah, it looked
listen,
like he was
Mirage,
collecting
listen.
like gutter.
This
He
is
was
why I
like his.
think, Jules, I think you're trolling. You think I'm trolling, I think you're
Man.
trolling.
Nobody's trolling here, bro, except you. But
Bro,
like,
you brought up
listen, man.
Canelo and like
No,
right
you're
that
not
time.
trolling. You're
If
serious.
Morrell,
You're
listen,
actually
if Morrell is able to put hands on Benavidez, bro, but Turvey is gonna give him a legit facelift, bro. This ain't a
okay,
fucking
Yeah.
game.
I want to see the fight. I'm not scared.
At this point, I would pick Better Beef to beat him anywhere in. At first, I said 18 months, but with how shitty his defense is, I'm gonna up it to 24. Like, yeah, I think anywhere inside of 2 years, because power don't go nowhere. A lot of things go someplace. Your legs go someplace. Your reaction time goes someplace. But power don't go nowhere. And as shitty as his defense is, yeah, he
You don't
gets
think he
your
showed
ass.
good savvy defense with the parrying, blocking against Morrell?
Bro, I don't know. His face, he looked like a leper after the fight. Like, he had the bubonics, the Ebonic plague. He looked like he had the Ebonic plague, bro.
I don't
It
know.
looked
Why are we
like he
talking
was
about David?
collecting a lot of
Canelo
shit
broke-
in his eye, like he got
Canelo broke some
infected.
big news.
Looked like he had a bad
We're
infection,
talking about
Mirage.
David? What's up with that?
He's gonna get leprosy against Perturbia.
This
I
shit
want
is-
to talk about the face of boxing, Canelo Alvarez. That's what I'd like to talk about. How about you guys?
Motherfucker. I mean, like,
I want to.
what is the talk about, though? Go ahead, talk.
Okay, he just signed an epic 4-fight deal with Turkey, and apparently we have a great 4 fights to look forward to. Apparently, next in line is the great Bruno Surace and
Yeah.
Charlo straight out of rehab. We got that in May, and then we got
The shit is, here's the shit, Mirage. Here's the
38-year-old
shit.
welterweight.
No, here's the shit, because
September.
you're not gonna waste my fucking time. You weird ass dudes like wasting my time. We already fucking know you don't like Canelo. What the fuck do you want? We already know you don't fucking like him. What is your point?
Do I have to like him?
This
to talk
I
about it?
didn't tell. No, this the shit. I didn't tell you you have to like him. Your fucking problem is, honest to God, your favorite fighter is a fucking coward. Canelo's still at 68. I literally said this. I'm gonna skip the shit because this is what I said in the video that I'm about to upload. If I say, yo, Canelo's scared, he ducking. All right, now what? Now what, David? You've been chasing this dude for 2 years. You ain't caught him yet. Is you that big a bitch that you scared of these Russians? Because you look scared, bro. Why is all your fans talking about a dude that's not at your weight? He's not at your weight. You don't have no leverage to get him in the ring. You don't. Whether you like Canelo or you don't like Canelo, that is the situation. You have no leverage. You have nothing. And he's gonna fight.
Nothing to
If
hide.
he fights you, it's up to him. If he don't fight you, guess what? It's still up to him. And you call him a duck, a coward, a pussy, a bitch. It still doesn't change that. Yeah, it's up to him. So I'm wondering, at what point do y'all look at this dude and say, okay, go fight Better Beef? What are you waiting for?
Yeah, like if he's past Canelo, like why isn't he committed to campaigning at 175? There's plenty of
I
I
contenders.
don't even
fully
understand that
confident
because he
he's gonna
just
fight them.
told, because he literally just told Marcos, I'm not going back down to 60. Well, right then what the fuck then? What
So
you think?
campaign
You
at
gonna
light
make-
heavyweight. He's talking about cruiserweight. Like
Yeah, like
there's plenty of good contenders at
should fight
175.
Benavidez or
If he's
Bivol.
the face at
He should fight
175, make some big
he's not.
And I
fights.
think he will.
The other dumb shit is You know he's not gonna fight the winner of that fight.
No, I
You're
don't.
just wasting
I'm
time.
convinced.
Yes,
I'm
you are.
convinced
Yes,
he's
you
gonna
are.
fight
No,
them.
you're not convinced. No, you can't knock out a dude with 11 fights standing there with earmuffs on. You can't even knock him down. You look worse than him, and you won. How the fuck that happened?
Hey, even ignoring David, do you think the proposed fights for Canelo in May are good enough? Forget about David.
Can I talk about that real quick? Is that
Sriracha and
even been
Charlo
hold
are
on?
on the table.
Has that
No,
even
wait,
been confirmed that he's fighting
Virtuoso.
Shiraz? Has it been confirmed that he's fighting a fucking drug addict and a fucking guy that had the fucking upset of the year last year? Come on, man.
Exactly, like he doing the same shit that the guys did yesterday with the fight collapsed. You just gotta wait, bro. I literally don't know who Canelo gonna fight. I don't know.
Bro, I learned yesterday, bro.
I'll wait until they announce it like a normal fucking person. The reason you obsessing about a dude that, guess what, he not fighting David. Why are you still obsessing about a dude that ain't fighting David?
I'm not obsessing about it.
You are obsessing. What the fuck do you
Bro,
want me to
dude,
you want
You
me
can
to
never
call,
jump the gun on
you want me to
Benavidez,
call
bro.
Canelo and tell him, yo, Canelo, I don't have his phone number, bro.
Bro, like you're obsessed with this dude, man. You're like, it's kind of a sickness. Like, even if you're just trolling,
Kind
you're
of.
beyond trolling, bro.
Yeah, I came on here. You guys
You're
are all
beyond
talking about
trolling,
David
Raj. I
Benavidez.
don't
Who's
get
really
it.
obsessed?
Like,
You
you don't
guys
really
are all
have much
talking
going
about
on
David.
in your life that
Who's
you're doing this
obsessed?
shit. You're
We
calling
weren't
me
talking
They get
about
the
him.
bone
We
in the
were
stars,
making
my
fun
bro.
of him. No, the
Okay.
other shit is he
obsessed.
acting like we lying on David. It's a fact. You not knocking people out no more. The only dude you knocked out in the last 3 years was a middleweight. That's it. A middleweight. You couldn't knock out Caleb Plant. Before that,
I'll take the wins. And next
you
up,
will,
better
but
be
I'm not gonna call your ass
Civil.
no monster. I ain't gonna call you no monster if you can't knock out John B from Tennessee. The fuck? He can't knock out John B from Tennessee. That's crazy.
But he's
I thought
not
you was a
knocking out.
monster.
He's not knocking out like bums.
Bro,
These
he
guys
not
are
even
tough
knocking
dudes.
people down. Did he knock Caleb
These guys
down
are
at
tough.
least?
These
Did he
guys are
knock
tough.
Caleb? Did he knock Caleb down?
No.
Did he knock Vosdick down?
No.
Did he knock Morrell down?
No.
He
Did
got
he
knocked
beat
down.
them all? Did he beat their asses? Let's try that. Let's try that one.
I mean, like, I don't know. Vosdick looked alright after the fight. He probably went to the Ukrainian club, started dancing to techno. You know them Eastern Euros, they love that techno shit, bro.
He didn't even look like he broke a sweat in that fight, man. For real.
Not a
For
scratch.
real. That
Bro,
looked like he's doing.
Bro,
Yeah,
he is obsessed with David, bro. I was just
That
on
fight
IBFP
reminded me
Live.
of
I was
the
just on
Ugas
IBFP
Spence.
Live, and he's on the
Hold
chat
on, one at a
talking about
time.
Benavidez some more.
One at a time. Go ahead, Clavo. Go ahead, Clavo.
Nah, I'm just saying he does got an obsession with Benavidez because I was just on an IBFP Live a couple hours ago, and he was in the chat with that same Benavidez bullshit, bro. So yes, he's obsessed.
Bro, you
And he
obsessed
You've
wouldn't
been
with
at
let me
this
this.
on.
for hours?
Yo,
And he
no,
wouldn't let me on his
the
chat.
crazy
Shout
shit
out
is
to
the crazy shit is, and this is literally what I said in the video. Arguing with me ain't gonna change nothing. Arguing with anybody ain't gonna change nothing. Canelo not fighting David. All right, David, what you gonna do, bro? What you gonna do? Because he
You know
not
what he's gonna
fighting
do,
you,
he
bro.
told
He
you.
just inked a 4-fight deal with Turkey. Some of them fights is gonna be in Saudi, but you're a Vegas fighter, right? So what are you gonna do, bro?
Hey,
He's
Joe,
gonna
super
fight
chats
for
are coming up,
undisputed.
man.
I've been telling you
Yeah,
guys.
he's
over
Chris
and over.
Angel's opener.
Hey, how about we can talk about something we might agree on? Crawford versus Canelo coming up.
Now that fight's
Do
happening.
you know what's funny? I'm giving Crawford more chance than you guys against Canelo.
Oh,
And
Like
you
you
guys
gave
love
Tony
Crawford.
Harrison a chance against Tim Tszyu, right?
I didn't know much about Harrison, and I wasn't convinced about Tim.
You don't
so
you don't know
whatever.
much about
That's
anything.
fucking great, bro. That's
To be
fucking
fair.
great, bro.
Let's
But
see.
for this fight, I'm actually giving Crawford more chances than you guys.
That's
You don't know
awesome.
much about a lot of things.
Shout out to motherfucking Chico,
As long
Link
as
the
it's
Real
more than you.
Fighters. Shout out to my motherfucker Domo. Motherfucker had 11 fights and he didn't stop, but he's a monster, Domo, apparently. Shout out to Chico. Sources told me pay-per-view numbers. Check the DM. Shout out to Chico. Is that Mikey Garcia?
Is that Rick Glaser your source? That clown Rick Glaser?
Oscar Jimenez said Canelo pega Maduro y más. I mean, like, I've literally heard more than one person say that yeah, Canelo punch harder than David. But I don't really give a shit about the comparisons
I'm
anymore
not denying that.
because they're not fighting. So it's like, what am I gonna keep doing this for? They not fighting. When they fight,
No.
I could talk about it, but they not fighting. David, I don't know what the fuck you gonna do, bro. He might have a rematch with Morrell. I don't
Dude,
know what
that
the fuck
fight-
you gonna do.
Nah,
That
he's
fight
not gonna
reminded
rematch
me of
now.
Spence Ugas, where it's like, yeah, you won, but this dude, bro, this dude is gonna get beat bad eventually.
Yeah,
Like
but the
his
difference is
style is
Ugas
just
was a
tailor made
Trusting them
for
journeyman.
so
Cubans
many
Ugas
neither.
was
guys.
a
I'm glad you
Ugas
made
was a
that
journeyman.
parallel, Julio, because that's why I don't trust them Cubans. In their biggest moment, they all choke. Shout out to nothing
Yeah.
against Cubans, by the way, but Cuban boxers. Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Mirage wants us to play the violin for David, man. Look, man, that motherfucker better figure out what he
He
gonna
doesn't
do.
need sympathy, bro. It's all good. No violence.
Okay. Gooch said
Que
David has
mata.
leverage. David has leverage to get the fight. He won the Ecuadorian regional belt, the most coveted title in boxing. For real, right? Alex Pez says, I give Bud a chance to survive for 12, but not a chance to win. We shall see. We shall see. I'm not
He's
against
a
Bud.
light heavyweight champion
Bro,
of Corona Queens.
interim unified champion, bro.
The interim undisputed, bro.
What is happening to boxing? That's fucking insanity.
Fighters like fucking David is happening that they know. The shit that I don't like about this kid is you ain't shit and you don't even believe. Like some fighters believe, right? They believe in themselves enough to try. This punk motherfucker don't believe in himself enough to try. That's why I don't respect him. You a fighter, my dude. If this what you do, you supposed to want to be the best. You already decided, yeah, I ain't shit. Fuck
Yeah,
fighting
David's
B-ball.
clearly a
fight
pussy.
the,
If you're gonna
I'm a,
choose a fighter who's a pussy, it's David.
I'm gonna fight the dude that B-Vol beat. I'm gonna go after dudes that B-Vol beat. Basically, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna target Canelo and Zerto.
Everybody was saying he was ducking
None of them is
Morel.
at my weight. I'm here right now. One fight away. Like, peep the reality that you're literally on the same schedule as the both of those fighters. You could get the winner of that fight in the ring this year. What you talking about, Canelo? It's like, yo, just suck his dick, bro, because this shit is getting weird. Just
you know
suck his
what?
dick, bro. It's getting weird, bro.
Mirage is gonna hype up a fight between David and fucking Isaac Shalemba.
Probably.
David
Fuck it. No, he should fight Kovalev, bro. Fuck it, because he love old Eastern Euro. To go fight Kovalev,
Right.
bro. Fuck it.
By the way, man, I gotta give props to Anthony Yard because even though he got spoon fed like local area fighters, he stepped it up big time.
Big time. And David not gonna do that. Watch.
And he can
watch.
crack.
Screen record this shit. And I want According to Boxing to screen record this shit too, because that motherfucker David is not fighting the winner of that fight. He's not fighting the loser of that fight. That motherfucker in about 2 months is gonna dip. Watch.
Jules, it's like you don't want him to fight them so he can come out and call him a duck.
No, he's
bro,
gonna tear his pussy in a couple weeks, bro.
He's gonna tear his vulva in a few weeks, bro. He's gonna need sutures. He's gonna need sutures, bro.
And if he fights them, you're gonna give him props and credit.
Yeah, if he wins. When have I ever denied a fighter his credit?
Even if he gets in the ring with them, obviously, if you thought he's gonna duck, even if he gets in the ring,
that's like
you want a participation trophy?
No. That's what I was gonna say. So if he go in there and get his ass beat, I'm supposed to give him props that you did a shitty job. If somebody mops the floor, right, and the floor is sticky with doo-doo on it, you're not gonna give him props, right? You did a shitty job,
Well, at least
bro.
he went in there though, right?
But at least he mopped it, right? He mopped it though, right? Like, nah, you got to do a good job. You want props? Do a good job. You don't do a good. If you get your ass beat, I'm driving to your house, bro, in a Volvo, and I'm going
Jules.
shit in your lawn.
Yo, Jules, do you know if I squint, you look like you have a perm?
I don't know how you gonna stop the whole flow of
with the
traffic.
hoodie on, right? You look like you have a perm when I squint.
You high, bro? You smoking, right? I know you smoking.
Nah, bro.
He's smoking.
I'm fucking with you, bro. What the fuck?
He's smoking because I'm like, yo, you really stopped the whole.
Nigga high, bro.
He's like, yo, you know, you look like you got a perm, bro. Like, yeah, he high, bro. It's all good. It's Friday, bro. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good, but I'm not high. I'm just fucking with you.
Nah, you smoking.
Nah, hey, bro. Regular people.
If I'm smoking, I'm fine.
High.
But yeah, yo, like I already know, like this shit is going down, and what I see is, yo, you really still calling them out because the biggest part of selling you is bringing up Canelo. If without Canelo, you not interested, bro. It ain't like you knock people out. You don't knock people out,
Yeah,
bro.
like nobody's gonna give a fuck if you talk about a better BF and B-Vol, to be honest with you.
No. I'll say, no, te lo voy a decir. Si él fuera inteligente, you could turn that those is the beasts from the east. I'm the best from the west. If you believe in yourself, it's like things could be different when you got the right ingredients. They're like, oh, you undisputed, I want what you got. And you could literally hype people up in America for that fight. The shit is, you don't really want it, and they don't really want it, and it's very obvious. Because
Yeah,
how are we still sitting here talking about a dude that's at 68 that just inked a deal with Turkey?
No, yeah, because if I may, like, I don't normally go out for fights. You know, I'm a bit of a hermit. I stay in and watch my shit. But the Benavidez fight, I was on the live, but the reason I left was to go to a fucking bar with my cousin to watch that fight. So when I tell you that bar was fucking, they cut off all the music and they put on the Benavidez fight. Everybody was watching that shit. So it's not that he doesn't have people interested in his fights. It's just that it's like, bro, you need to
He's
keep
not gonna
that
do the,
interest
he's
going.
not gonna do the next. He's the thing that's missing from him is you're not gonna do the next level thing. You like the next level thing is to say, yeah, I'm fucking David Benavidez and I'm gonna fight better Beef or Bivol. I don't think he's gonna fight either, but that's the next thing. And you literally are not after that. You literally just fought in an eliminator to become the mandatory. But it's very clear that's not why you fought David Morrell. You fought him because he was the only guy who was around. Who the fuck else over there is there to fight? There's nobody else over there. Who the fuck else was you? What, you was gonna fight Jesse Hart in a
That's
main
what I was
event
gonna say.
for
Nah,
$80?
they let
Obviously
that leak out
not.
so they could see how the reaction would be.
You only fought
I
that
mean, he just skipped
motherfucker
some
because of
steps.
proximity.
Yeah,
So
I mean, yeah, he just wants a shortcut to the Canelo fight. He doesn't want to build up that resume without him.
and the
And I
weird
think
shit is
what's
I'm
fucked is
starting
the walls are legit closing in, bro. Because it's like,
what
who do you
I
fight?
think is weird is I'm not there's moments where I don't even know if he really want that or if at this point it's just a marketing tool. Cause sometimes it feel like, yo, Brody, you not getting that fight. You know, like Canelo might have decided all by himself, man, fuck this dude. You not making no money off me, right? Canelo might be in that place. And it's like he's at 68, you at 75, you have no leverage over him. You've been doing the same thing for 2 years and it didn't get you nowhere. So why are you still doing it then? It must be to sell your shitty ass fight. Because your fans don't want you to be undisputed. Canelo is not undisputed, folks, in case you forgot. So you're not after that. It's not about undisputed. Y'all just want this dude to fight somebody who's smaller because that's the only time he look good.
Well, he about to
shit.
collect another interim title, bro.
For real, he gonna win the BO one next.
No, the interim WBU.
The EBU. He gonna go for the European shit, the EBU shit, the blue shit.
If David's out of options, who can he fight other than Benavidez? You said
That's
he's
what
out
the
of
fuck
options.
I'm
Commonwealth champion,
wondering.
that's who.
Why do you think I keep saying he's gonna move up in his next fight? Because he's not fighting the winner of that fight under no circumstance. Just wait. I don't gotta say a whole lot of shit. Just wait.
No, because honestly, I legit see him faking an injury and then coming back and saying he can't make 175 anymore.
He gonna say he fell down cleaning the gutters, and he gonna sit out for 8 months and come back at cruiser. Watch.
What did Mario Lopez say about David? He was like, "What? He doesn't like money?"
I guess not.
Turkey's offering you a bag.
No, tú sabes lo que he don't like going to the hospital. That's what the fuck he don't. He don't like going to the hospital, bro.
Turkey bag will expose you.
The only people that's scared to go to Saudi is the chumps. That's the only people that's scared to go to Saudi, bro. Like everybody else trying to get down.
Relegate it to PBC people anymore because no, they're going over there.
Some of them,
their ass
yeah.
whooped, but they're going.
At least Carlos about to get his ass beat because I got Hamza knocking his ass out. Hamza about to Hamza Shiraz on his face, B. You know what I'm saying? I wish
Hamza about to turn Damas into a shawarma.
I wish David Benavidez had that kind of heart, bro. Why he can't have heart like Carlos or Rayo? Well, he didn't go to Saudi, but he did fight on a Saudi show, but he didn't go to Saudi.
How much? I mean, how much blame does Samson get? Because he does deserve some blame.
Nah, at some point, porque David no es jovencito. He's not like a 22-year-old kid who's, you know, he's kind of green around the gills and doesn't yet know how to. He's about to be 30. So for a boxer, you damn near 30. At some point, you start saying, no, this is what the fuck I want. I don't want that shit. I want this shit. If he really wanted some shit, Samson old ass had just had to make it happen. He don't want none of that shit, bro. And it's the same with Tank.
I think it's Samson and his father that they're just like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna go for Zurdo or some shit because they don't. Them Russians will. Yeah, they'll communist bitch ass.
But
That
look at Gabby
him with
though.
that communism
Oh yeah,
punch,
yeah.
bro.
Look at
Look at
Gabby.
Gabby though. He's like she has enough business in that they don't have female fights over at the PBC, so I gotta go to Golden Boy.
Yeah, but with Gabby and Gabby's defense, so what separates Gabby from the situation that we're describing is, honest to God, her ceiling is high, his ceiling is low. Her ceiling is high because her ability to fight is not all predicated on, oh, I'm tall. You can see she could box. You can see she got a jab. You can see she got range control with power. With David, your whole thing really was, oh, I'm bigger than most super middleweights.
But
That's
that's
the
the thing.
whole
It's not like he
thing.
even uses it
Did
correctly.
No,
the
I'm not talking about like what what the physical attribute is. I'm talking about situation. Like PBC does not have female fighters, so yeah, I'm gonna be on the zone. That's where I gotta do to build my career. You know what I mean?
No te apure, Virtuoso, that he bought to be on the zone at Golden Boy Promotions. He
We'll
bought to
see.
be on at Golden. I'm telling you, watch. Gooch said David is happy with the 5th place trophy at light heavyweight. What a bitch. For real. It's like I said it in a video I did that it's like,
Oh, you
yo,
can finish. You can finish that one.
FTP, fuck the pussy.
No,
fuck
no,
that
it's fuck
puto?
that puto Mirage.
Oh, fuck that puto. I thought he was telling me to fuck her in the pussy.
No mames.
You remember the dude? I gotta scare my ass now. Here it is. Fuck her right in the pussy. I periodically go watch that video, bro. Shout out to
Bro,
Oscar
no, that shit
Jimenez.
just passed through my feed today.
David is a bag of soy milk. He's the interim at 175, right? He ain't vocal about fighting the winner of Undisputed as he was about to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that you literally fought in an eliminator for the winner of that fight, but you're making it very obvious that your intention was not to use that as a segue to get the winner because you still talking about the same shit. And I'm entertaining it that, all right, let's say Canelo's scared of you. Let's say Canelo is terrified. Then what's the point of what you're doing then? Go after somebody else then. If he's as scared as you say, then just go after somebody else.
I like David. I'm not a fan, but I do respect him. If you want to absolutely like cut off the ring on Canelo, bro, if you become undisputed at 75, there's no way Canelo should not fight you. Like that's the only
Of
way.
course.
Yeah, you have to. Canelo, pressure's on you now, bro. Stop being a bitch and fight him.
And y eso lo que, like, they're looking at Bruno Sarace crazy, right? And it dawned on me that, yo, Bruno did earn the fight. Believe it or not, he did. He fought a common opponent. He fought a common opponent between himself and Canelo, except he knocked him out.
No different than what Munguia did.
Hold on, time out. Isn't he getting a rematch with Munguia?
Yo no sé, de verdad,
Not
yo
if
no
he gets
sé.
that Canelo fight.
El lío es que yo no sé, pero when I thought about it, because I saw people shitting on the idea that he should fight Bruno, but then I thought about it like, well, didn't Bruno fight a common opponent with Canelo? Yes. And didn't he knock him? Yes. So it's like
Was
under
there not
any
a
other
rematch clause though?
And don't forget that Eddie probably told him, "Hey, you know what? Let's take an easy fight because it's your first fight with me, and then
And
we'll
let's
get the
knock this
rematch."
French motherfucker out.
Bro, he won knockout of the year or upset of the year.
Well, upset of the year. Now I ain't gonna front. If they get
But
him,
wasn't there a rematch clause?
that's fucked up for Jaime, bro. If they do that, I ain't go. That's
Yeah.
why I'm not convinced that they're gonna do that, because remember, Jaime Munguia está con Eric Reynoso now.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do right by him, and I think, yeah, Jaime, you
Nah,
need that
Canelo
fight,
finna be
bro.
like, Canelo finna put his hand on his
Hyman's
shoulder
that
like,
guy
hold
who
on,
we've
nephew.
always recognized his potential, but he's always underwhelmed. Like I think that's just good. I think that what we see now is just his true potential. Like this is his baseline.
It might be, but if he fights Bruno again, I'm 100% sure he knocks him out.
Yo, that's that motherfucker who's been arguing about Benavidez being in the top 10. That's his ass right there.
Who? Andy Knuckles. Canelo is a duck. Just taking easy fights. Then don't watch him, Andy.
Ashy Knuckles, you blind motherfucker. Put your glasses on.
I'ma start going with it. Like, yo, you right. So then David need to find somebody new, because Canelo not gonna fight him. You just told me Canelo taking easy fights. I bet he is. There you go then. David need to fight somebody else.
This is what I have my take on Benavidez. I think that he's praying that Bivol wins, so that just in case if there's a trilogy, he's like, you see, they didn't want to fight me, so I'm
Eso
gonna
lo
move
que
up and fight
es
someone.
yes, that's been the narrative that because he said that on the Ariel Hawani show that if Bivol wins, who am I? Like, bro, you not supposed to even be saying that. You supposed to say I don't give a fuck who win. They mine. If you want that fight, you literally looking for reasons to play hooky to skip class so
Yeah.
we could keep hearing you on podcasts talking about Canelo that ain't even at your weight. If he's scared, right? And this is my whole new shit. If he's scared, then what we doing? You just told us he was scared for 2 years. I think he's still scared, bro. I don't know what you gonna do then.
Yeah.
And who is he? Who is he to pretend that he's this kind of a fucking BBLA side, saying that he got to come to Vegas?
Fucking come to Vegas. Shout out to motherfucking Bobby Light. According to Boxing, sounds pretty disappointed now that the Canelo Bud fight is back on after screaming duck for the past. Yeah, like he used to be alright, in fairness. I remember when According to Boxing was actually a decent Twitter account. But I guess when he started engagement farming, because I noticed that he got the blue tick, and he started engagement farming after that just to elicit reactions because I imagine that he's making some money. I don't know how it breaks down on Twitter, but I imagine that you're getting something because you're clearly engagement farming. You're at a point where you just say stupid shit to elicit reactions. Best thing to do is ignore him, honestly. I'm mad I even reacted to the motherfucker yesterday because I'm like, yo, this dude just get off saying stupid shit for the engagement.
Yeah, I didn't react.
Bro, we
Yeah,
gotta
he
start
was-
reporting these
I
people to
didn't
the
react to
IRS.
any of the news
Like, there's
yesterday.
no way you can be making money off of this retarded shit.
Not,
Yeah.
I mean, I like I said, I don't have the blue tick on Twitter, so I don't really know, how much you can get. I don't know, but I do see a lot of people with the blue tick. Yeah, they do that a lot. They try to like engagement farm. Like I'm gonna say the stupidest thing possible, just because so many people are gonna react to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Making something,
Like
he might be
There
making
was a lot of
something.
that
Yeah,
yesterday.
I mean, he was cool just advocating for Bud to get a good deal against Spence, but after that fight, it's like, oh, Canelo's ducking, all this and that and all this shit. I'm like, yeah, you're onto something, man. It's just like it's all a
Nah,
game.
if I felt it was genuine, I don't even think it's genuine. Now you just acting like a weirdo, basically. Like, yeah, this is
Yeah.
you gotta understand it's something to wake up every day, to log into Twitter, to literally talk about the same shit, the same dude every day. Like his whole
Yo,
Twitter,
bro,
his
Ashy
whole
Knuckles
Twitter is
literally been at
Canelo,
that
bro.
shit all day, bro. He literally got roasted so bad. He literally dropped off and rage quit, bro. Everyone made fun of his ass. Like, he for real dropped off that badly, bro. He's been at this shit all day.
Bro, that motherfucker need a hobby, bro. Domo said he's disappointed that Bud fight because he knows he's about to get stopped, and he'll literally have to bury that Twitter account at this point. What happens after that is motherfuckers gonna stop listening to him, and the engagement gonna go away. Like, yo, you a fucking idiot, bro. Like, motherfuckers gonna follow you and all. Like, yeah, you a moron, bro. Shout out to Chico. Jake Paul just dropped a video. He is butthurt. Yeah, Canelo played his ass, bro. He played his ass like a fucking fiddle, bro. Played his ass
Yeah.
like I even going front. That shit was smooth than a motherfucker. Like,
That
yeah,
nigga mad he don't got oil money.
I learned, bro. You cannot jump the gun. Boxing news, it's ever shifting, bro.
But also, that was lovely. He turned a 3-fight deal into a 4-fight deal. Now, Turkey said he's not matching what Netflix was gonna give Canelo, but it's still a leverage play because he's about to get a big bag in a 4-fight deal where initially it was just a 3-fight deal.
Yeah,
It was
because you
gonna
know if
start
they
in
added
September.
another fight, they sprinkle some more on top.
Some more money. Who
Yeah,
Mike is bugging
now
out?
there's a contractually obligated hand job from David Benavidez in there now.
Yeah, like at dinner. Shout out to hand jobs. Pedro Pantera, Amor de Rey, Bivol mentioned already as on Saul. Yeah, I saw that on a 4-fight list. And Gender Bender is still the undisputed interim. Also, do we think Saul cleans house on all 4 fights? I'm gonna be real. If he fights Bivol again, he loses.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. He don't win it. That style, that style is just it's all wrong. But the style, but also the size. They're like, dog. This dude is tough, and it doesn't get said enough because he broke Better Beef's knockout streak. This dude is
Yeah.
tough.
And in the rematch, honestly, Bivol for real might just end up beating your ass worse.
I don't even, I'm so like, and that's where I'm at. I'm thinking because I literally don't know what's gonna happen in that rematch.
Not because I remember I rewatched it and Bivol for real was like, nah, little nigga, I'm gonna step back and I'm just gonna outpoint you. I'm gonna beat your ass from over here.
Right.
I'm not even
So
gonna
it's-
press you.
It's very hard for me to imagine Canelo winning that fight, right? But that is a legacy fight because that dude derailed you. You know, that dude derailed you. He stopped your momentum when he beat you. So that is a legacy fight. Even more so if he actually pulls this shit off and he beats Better. And I literally don't know if he's going to. I don't know what to think because Better Beef don't gotta change, bro. Better Beef just got a better beef, and he gonna be better.
He just got a better beef.
Even better beef, even better beef, even better beef.
Bro, he'd have Canelo and Better Beef on his resume as wins.
Bro, that
That's
nigga's
very, very
asking if we're a
impressive, for
fucking
this
Canelo
generation.
fan page as we're talking about how
Ring
Canelo
IQ,
loses.
are we
bro.
bro? You literally a David Benavidez fan page, bro. And I don't understand why y'all stuck on Canelo when y'all the ones that tell us Canelo's scared, right? He pussy, he ducking. Y'all spend all day saying that, and I'm like, if he pussy and he ducking, then what you want? Like, the fight ain't gonna happen. What you want then? The David Benavidez fight not gonna happen.
Bro, this
So real quick-
Benavidez hype era is so fucking uninteresting and boring, bro.
No,
Good
you know
Lord.
what's the whack shit is if it was in the streets and in the tickets and in the pay-per-view buys, then I could respect it. But the fact it's all dudes online, that most of y'all is just online, and a lot of
they're
y'all
like
didn't
Zhu
buy this
Shiming
fight.
fans. They're like Zhu Shiming fans. Like, remember when he first got signed by
I remember
Top Rank?
Zhu Shiming. I remember Zhu Shiming.
Jesus Christ. It's
Didn't
like,
he get his
dude,
ass
get
beat?
over
No, that was Yamanaka that got his ass beat. Yeah, Yamanaka got his ass.
Or Shu Khan. Like, all these obscure fighters that never made it. They're more annoying than them.
Because China don't really got boxers like that. Like, there was a reason to look at Shu Khan like he's Chinese. You don't see a lot of Chinese boxers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look at him.
Shout out to ASVP. I got B-Vol this time around. Jerry said, asking for my neighbor. His girls are big Nello fans. Bro, I don't know, bro. Just go make out with Canelo. I don't know, bro. Like, I can't sit here obsessing about the same shit all day. Like, yo, bro. Like, Canelo not fighting David. What we gonna do?
Yeah, Jerry, I saw your wife leave your neighbor's house. I think you should look into that.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jerry. This is the one channel I can recommend. Well, then recommend it, bro. And keep that money coming in, too. Shout out to $2 super chats, bro. Keep them coming. You know
So that Bevo rematch, that goes down regardless if he loses?
What are you talking? No. If Bevo loses, there's no trilogy. There won't be a need for one. If Bevo loses.
No, I'm talking about Canelo. I'm talking about the Canelo against Bevo too. Does that happen regardless of if he loses?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, he already lost. Why wouldn't it?
I'll say. What if Better Beef whoops his ass? Like, what if he Vosdick him? I don't see that shit happening.
I don't see that happening.
That shit happening, bro. If he get Vosdick,
he's gonna take out his anger on Canelo.
Hey, and technically, last time Better Beef was coming out of an injury. If you guys can remember that. Technically.
Now there's no long period. There's no long pause in between fights. So he might be sharper, bro. He might be meaner. It's just like, I don't know. Like if
he did say throw more.
What did Better Beef do? He like sprained his prostate or some shit?
Yeah, his prostate. He pulled it. He pulled
Yeah, there we go. He pulled his prostate.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I love that card, bro. Like I'm genuinely excited. I love that card. I was sad Pro Gray got injured because I was looking forward to that next week. We was gonna get Keyshawn Davis on Friday, and we was gonna get the Pro Gray versus Duarte on fuck. You going to that shit?
Yep.
You gonna be high? You gonna smoke?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be hot boxing over there.
Want to get high?
Best believe.
Hey, Jake Paul dropped some bombs, man.
Not only were we gonna have the Regis and Duarte fight at night, but we were gonna have the Barbosa and Catterall in the morning.
Exactly. It was gonna be the lead into that shit.
Yeah, it was gonna be fucking bad.
Yeah, right.
I got so disappointed.
Jake Paul, if Jake Paul is still responding to Canelo, all that communicates to me is you had a lot riding on that fight, and
I hadn't seen that.
Hang on,
he
he showed a signed contract with Canelo's signature on it. He
I'm
just
not saying,
showed
bro. I'm
contracts.
not saying, bro. Listen, I'm not saying you're not understanding me. I'm not saying none of that is true. I'm saying that if you still talking about it, if Jake is still talking about it, it's because he had a lot riding on that. You got to understand. And I'm not knocking. I'm not knocking Jake, by the way, right? But when you did the Tyson shit was huge, bro. It was huge, and it's not a lot of other shit out there really that's gonna get that same reaction. With Canelo,
Yeah.
you could have tried, but Canelo went another route. Now, with the only thing I could think of that would be as big or just big in general is KSI. But I don't even understand how y'all haven't fought yet.
Bro,
That's the only.
honestly, with the
hold
Mike
on, hold on,
Tyson
hold on.
shit,
Did y'all see the poster that he put out? It was him and his brother facing off on
Yeah,
the
but
shit.
that's for a show. That's for a show. That's
Oh,
not. They not gonna
okay.
fight. That's like for HBO Max show, like some reality shit.
What happened
But
to the
it's,
McGregor shit? Like he was supposed to fight with Connor.
bro, McGregor is on so much cocaine,
He's
bro.
fuck yeah, shout out to cocaine.
You might have to
Yeah,
take
So,
that fight for
shout
some
out to
legal fees, bro.
cocaine.
You don't be seeing them speeches he give at the bare knuckle shit like, yo, this
Is he hanging out with
motherfucker
Stand
Oscar
your
or what?
base.
high.
Yeah, he's
Bruh.
hanging out with Oscar then, huh?
Bro, you get high standing next to that motherfucker like, yo, he is
Bro,
high.
him and Tyson Fury are best fucking friends.
Did you report that B-Vol may move up to cruiserweight? Nah, I didn't hear that, but that's interesting that he would go up there. That isn't. If he's entertaining that is interesting. Shout out to Freeze Temp. Turkey making damn good boxing matches. Yes, sir. Shout out to Chico. What would happen if the Ali Act is repealed? TKO CEO used to be Trump's agent, hinted at that today at the Super Bowl. The problem is that the Ali Act doesn't have teeth for ambiguous language. Ambiguous language is basically an advisor who's really a promoter, and everybody fucking knows he's a promoter, but because he presents himself as an advisor, he gets to skirt around the Ali Act. So there's no safeguards for ambiguous
Yeah, there basically
language.
needs to be amendments for that kind of shit.
It's like a security guard with a water gun. Bro, what the fuck you going? And you could know what's going on. What the fuck you going
Well, I'm
to
gonna
do?
throw it
It's like a
at you.
security guard with nunchucks.
Nah, bro, that's top flight security, bro.
Yo,
That's top flight unarmed security of the world.
Fucking security guard with a whistle and shit.
For real, yo, like I understand the function of the Ali Act, but nobody's gonna really pursue it. That's the first thing. That if there actually were a prosecution that was scrutinizing the people within boxing to see what their business practices are, that if it's semblant of someone who's brokering a television deal at the same time advising a fighter, anything like that, okay, then you go after them, right? But there's nobody like that, because that's what you have to prevent. The best interests of the network are not necessarily the best interests of the fighter. There's a conflict of interest there. So if you can constitute that, yeah, you could go after them. But the DA has bigger shit to think about than that, especially at a time where boxing is in the background of everything. Boxing is in the background of the NFL, the NBA, and the MLB. It's in the background of all of that. It's not what it was, you know?
with that, I don't think this thing is gonna get repealed. I mean, how are you gonna get all these politicians in order to strike this thing down? Like,
I don't know.
even though they got a lot of lobbying money, I don't think it's gonna go down.
Dude, that's
Dana's
all it takes is
such
lobbying
a
money.
fucking moron that you know that this is how out of touch Dana is. Nobody in boxing is worried about how he act, bro. Motherfuckers skirt around that shit all the time.
Whitey Bulger didn't give a fuck about no Dana White when he was a boxing promoter. He ran him out of town.
Nah, but there's some things in the Ali Act that kind of act as like an antitrust sort of a toolkit where it like kind of prevents monopolies, and I feel like that's what Dana White kind of wants to do. Like
he wants to repeal it.
He wants to like get into boxing with Turkey and like just take it over.
I'm not look. I ain't even had the chance to do the video on that. Right? Turkey's great. I think he's great, but people are misconstruing what's going on. That the fighters that have contracts, right? And the relationships that are established. For example, Top Rank has great relationships with a lot of smaller promoters that funnel their young fighters to them. That's not going to change. The British boxing scene, that's not going to change. Right. Dana fucking with Turkey, the most you could do is get the outliers Like I think Joe Cordina is a free agent right now, so you could probably get him. And what the stable would resemble is Probellum 4 years ago, 4 years ago, that you're gonna get everybody that's not with Queensbury, that's not with Matchroom, that's not with Top
Right.
Rank, that's not with That's what you're gonna get because people are still going to go to them. That if you're a young up and coming boxer in Britain, you're either gonna go to Frank or Eddie before you even get the sneeze in Turkey's general direction. So the talent and the blue chip prospects, they're still going to go to the same people that they've been going to. And all Dana and Turkey will have to salvage are the outliers. Oh, this, Barboza's contract is up, so we'll sign him.
Yeah.
Well,
Dana and
I think they're
Ari
gonna try and,
Emanuel
like,
does.
Joey Spence.
Go ahead.
No, I think that's the point. Is that they're gonna just try and buy contracts. Like, they're just gonna buy people out
Right.
to
I don't
consolidate
but
boxing, and that's where all
again,
pretty much
that
all
requires a lot of,
business stores, like,
y'all got to let each other
compliance.
talk. Y'all talking literally at the same time.
go
That
ahead,
shit
bro.
drives
Sorry.
me crazy.
No, I'm just saying, like, yo, what they don't understand, Dana and Ari Emanuel, is that boxing is pretty much their business structure is basically laissez-faire capitalism. These fighters can go wherever they want to go. You can't just force them into a deal to make a sign for you, and then you can basically pay them peanuts on a dollar.
But that's because of the Ali Act. In a lot of ways.
Even in a bet, yeah, but it's not just the Ali Act. For example, Dana, let's just hypothetically say that Dana wants to pay these guys the way he pays guys in the UFC. Then you're definitely doomed to fail. You know why you're doomed to fail? Because the guys across the street pay better. Why the fuck would they sign to you? Reputations go a long way. What, you think you're gonna come into boxing and undercut everybody? Like you're gonna pay these guys? Then why would they sign with you? Why? You got young fighters coming through out of the amateurs like Shakur Stevenson securing big deals. Whoever can offer them those big deals, that's who they're going to go to. Now, here in America, the gold standard is Top Rank. That's where they all end up going. And I don't think that changes because you got Turkey over there. And then the other scenario where, they're going to buy out all the contracts. Even in a best case scenario, like let's say you buy out Teofimo's contract. Brody, this is boxing. Fighters rise and fall like the wheat. Today's hot boxer ain't shit tomorrow. So you're going to end up burning through a lot of cash to acquire guys that have no longevity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but Jules,
they're
I
trying to
totally
pull up
agree
to
with
the
you.
dice
That's why
game with $5.
I'm against it. But I think they don't have the foresight to realize that. Like, they just hear the word monopoly and they think of, we're not going to have any competition. But it's just like in the business world, like these bubbles burst eventually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that you can't. The solution, some aspect of navigating the boxing landscape, really does boil down to know-how. Why do you think Ben Shalom is such a fuck up? You had a whole war chest from Sky Sports for the last 3-4 years, and you don't have the foggiest fucking idea what to do because you have no know-how. You have the tools, but you don't know how to use them. So to say that, because Dana and Turkey, Turkey got a lot of money, he can make things happen. I'm not doubting that he does. But boxing starts from the ground up, and those are the relationships that Turkey doesn't have. Yeah, you don't have that. Bob has that. Eddie has that. Frank has that. You're focused on the brands that have already been built. The Crawford, the Canelo, the Inui. You're focused on guys that were already developed. Unless you're talking about a grassroots thing, which is not what y'all are talking about. Yeah, I'm not worried about that shit, and I don't think anybody else has to worry about that shit.
And speaking of
shout out to motherfucking hold on. Shout out to Ashy Knuckles. Y'all don't keep the same energy, and I don't fuck with Clavo. Same energy, but what? Pedro said, better be even Bevo. Only one of them still got to be careful. And motherfucker mad that Canelo didn't duck Jake Paul like they mad Trump uncovering Dems funneling tax money for gender studies in Peru. You got Peruvian.
That's crazy work.
Yo, that's nuts. Like, y'all sending money over there to chop people dick off? That's crazy, yo. Shout out to Caesar. Yeah. Ashy Knuckles is crying outside the club again. I don't even know what Ashy Knuckles is mad at, bro, being real. I never even seen that dude before.
He's in the Creamy Knuckles? Mirage, bro.
Jake just flamed Nello on XA cat fight relay to drop. Bro, all I know, because the harder Jake goes at Canelo over this deal's collapse, the more it. And I kind of thought that for you to keep doing shit on Netflix, you got to bring him something big, because what you did was just very big. You really outdid yourself. It was really successful, but it's gonna be hard to keep that momentum, because you acting
Bubbles
like it
burst.
was you, bro. That's Mike Tyson. That's a living legend. That motherfucker could fight traffic and people will watch it, bro. You
Yep.
acting like it was just all you, like, and I give him his props. Like, I give the kid his props, because you know what, he making bank though. Quiet as kept, he making bank, and he's a smart kid. But your problem is you outdid yourself so much, you can't top yourself with this. There's not a lot out here for you to substitute that with now. Who else? You got to go fight 50 Cent, bro.
Yeah, bro. The
I was gonna
bubble's
say
over,
Charleston
bubble
White.
burst. Like, you can't.
Word.
No, the threshold is like Mike Tyson. You can't go further than that, unless you fight
Yeah.
a woman or something. Like, just
He's
something
for real.
crazy.
He might
He's
have
a
to
white-
fight
Clarissa.
Clarissa.
He's
Yeah.
exactly the white
Is that-
Clarissa, bro.
Is that the fight of our lives? Is that the fight we about to?
Bro, it literally
Oh
encapsulates
God,
the culture
no.
war, the culture war between men and women, and then
No.
Clarissa
Yeah,
would
Billie
win,
Jean King.
and
That's
all the
the
broads
other
would be
dude.
happy. Finally,
Nah,
you know what I mean?
I think Jake has sent her ass to motherfucking Toledo, bro. He
Damn.
ain't got to hit her, but bro, look, the dude that knocked her on her ass, he's not a big dude. He's a dude who campaigns at 135 with a record of 5-3, I think it is. Not a big dude, bro.
Maxie
Fucking
Hughes can put her down.
Jake is 200, and I don't think he about to fight her at a catch with, like, nah, like you talking that shit. Go ahead.
Damn,
With
and
my ass.
you know what was crazy? Canelo just fucked Jake Paul, pause. But Floyd fucked his older brother out of some money.
Logan Paul, he did. I remember that 4 years ago. He said he didn't get paid, and that's crazy, because that was on Showtime. That was on
Wow, I
Showtime,
forgot
bro.
about that.
Yeah,
On
Steven,
pay-per-view, no
Steven
less.
Espinosa.
$100.
That shit crazy. I think Jake had a lot riding on that deal, and I'll go as far as saying he needed that deal. I don't know why him and KSI haven't fought yet, because that's a very big fight for their demographic, the kids that follow them. I don't understand how that fight hasn't happened yet. Like, bro, you don't got Canelo. You gotta go fight KSI, bro.
Hey,
That's
so just going back to this really quick. Logan Paul didn't get paid for that fight.
That's what he said.
You're fucking kidding.
He said that. He said, I did not get paid, bro.
Yeah, Paul was mad. He was like, "Yo, where's my money?" And he tried to sue Floyd, and he couldn't do nothing.
Shit.
How though? Damn.
The shit is, if Showtime, which we all know is tight with, I thought about it, like, how could they fuck Logan Paul out of some bread and nothing happened? And it got to be because Showtime helped him. Help Floyd. You know,
yeah, definitely. They'll Floyd.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how in that situation you don't have like a pro bono lawyer that can read through the contract saying, "Oh, you don't get nothing in return."
No, I mean, the thing is that people that are outside of boxing don't understand that everybody, including the fans, is criminals and crooks and shit. Logan Paul is used to doing business with big brands and business-minded people.
Right.
Smokey says that it's basically a sides of the streets conversation with KSI and Jake.
Yeah, but it's too much money. It's too much money for them not to fight. You understand it? Like, that's the fight of y'all generation, and that's very big within y'all sphere of
Yeah, but it's like
influencers.
KSI wants it on the Zone and Misfits, whereas Jake wants it on MVP and Netflix.
This is social media Maypack.
Yeah, but I gotta side with Jake on that one, in the sense that Netflix is exponentially
It's
bigger
proven.
than the Zone.
Yeah, it's
and
proven.
it's proven your fight will be bigger and more accessible to more people if it's on Netflix. It absolutely will. So you need to get over
if
there.
he wants that fight, if KSI wants that fight, he got to fight Tommy Fury.
Didn't he fight Tommy Fury already though?
I don't remember.
No, he fought
I
him
don't
and
know.
he lost.
Man, who keeps up with that?
I don't know if I agree
fuck
with the
that then.
Netflix thing.
Either way, Jake is A side.
I don't know if I agree, because like you said yourself earlier, like Mike Tyson kind of carried the fight in a way that you can't really make that. I feel like you can't make that generalization, because boxing fans aren't going to Netflix to watch boxing.
No, you're not getting it. The people that fuck with them, which is not really us, the people that fuck with them, what's the odds that they have Netflix? Very high.
High,
Everybody has
but what's the
fucking
odds that
Netflix.
they'll watch Canelo on Netflix? You know what I mean?
Uh, I'm not saying that the Canelo fight would have been as big as the time. That's why I say that I think he outdid himself. That appealed to not just people who watch boxing, but also older people, younger people. It appealed to a lot of people. Now, would the Canelo fight have done the same numbers? I don't know, but it is your next best bet because he is the top draw in boxing. You lose that, what's your substitute? Of a Tommy Fury fight? It'll do alright, but it ain't big time like the Canelo fight would have been big time. That would have been big time, you know. Shout out to motherfucking Pedro. Paul sent Risa underground to fix them pipers in Flint, Michigan. He need to fight Clarissa, bro. That's what he need to do. He need to fight Clarissa. Jake crashing out. I'm about to go look at this shit. Y'all
No,
talking
yeah,
about this
bro.
shit.
Like with the Mike Tyson shit, he climaxed, and now everyone's posting up clarity on Jake.
The post-coital, yeah.
Yeah,
Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go look at that shit. I'll be right back.
yeah. No,
I think
I
that's
haven't paid
exactly
attention
what
to any of
Jake's
that
looking
shit.
for. I think that's exactly what Jake's doing. Like, I think he knew this fight wasn't gonna happen, but he needs to like get some content rolled out. So he's posting about it. He's posting his way through it.
Damn. So where does Jake go from here then?
Andy
Straight to
Reid talked
hell.
about.
Fucking back to YouTube, bro.
To the fiery depths of hell.
I mean, he's really he's milking the fuck out of this Canelo news. That's all he's doing right now. We all
The
know that, right?
the
He's a
fact
cloud
the
chaser.
fact the fact that this motherfucker said that I'm the A side to every fight, like, bro, who the fuck are you?
Send Jake Paul to wherever Hades keeps souls.
God damn.
Send him
I
there.
mean, to be
Fuck
fair,
out of here.
outside of like a fucking like I
The
think like a
Dominican
Tank or a
Republic.
fucking Canelo fight, I really think he is kind of the A side to most fights.
But well, his pay per view numbers are not bad, and I think that's what he's trying to say. Like, if you go pay per view towards pay per view, his pay per view technically they're not bad. They're not like tank bad. They're probably on the
Dude,
500 range, 700 range.
we have to save boxing and trap Jake Paul into the Phantom Zone with David Benavidez and Tank.
He said with David Benavidez.
Oh, that'll be a great fight.
Just
Benavidez is a great
fucking
fight.
trap them in the Phantom Zone.
I can only imagine that Netflix was like, wow, all these 60 something million people. If you give us a Canelo fight, we'll give you like 150 million or something like that. Let's say
I
100
see.
million.
I feel like I get what you guys are trying to say, but I feel like the fight, like Jake Paul Canelo, would have sold the same on its own. I think Jake Paul wanted Netflix because he has a contract.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I just feel like people would go, they'd migrate anywhere for that fight. But
That fight,
I don't know. I could be wrong.
That fight would have been huge. That fight would have been huge. And you saw Jake Paul. He was at the Trump inauguration. Can you imagine Jake pulling up with a red hat against a Mexican Canelo, and he's on his racist, well, his ice shit. Let's just say, man, people.
Yeah, it'd be
would
like a
flip
culture
it.
war thing. Yeah.
Bro,
I get that
yeah.
too. No, but if it's like about like going to the platform that's gonna give you the most like eyes, bro, they should go to Pornhub.
Yeah, bro,
Like
Jake's
put the
gonna
fight
come
on
out there
there.
like I'm doing this for that culture.
Definitely.
Dude, Pornhub is the most visited site on planet Earth. Like they should just
Fuck
make
yeah.
a fight there.
But
Yeah, because the problem with that, Julio, is that you have to put in your ID number to get to that fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Americans would have to like, that would undo that law. This would be the
Yeah,
best
no, like
way.
in Texas, you wouldn't be able to watch that shit now.
oh, for real.
Bro, you guys got people in Texas have VPNs.
Yeah, I do. I use it. I use my VPN every time I steal a PBC fight.
I mean, that's how I get them British
No,
discount
so
from
like,
people
so
on
to
the
be
zone.
honest, bro, like to be like 120% honest, I feel for David because it's like I understand why you keep Canelo's cock so shoved like down your throat. You're what's ahead of you is two divisions that are not historically glamour divisions, and I don't see you beating any champion like here on out. You're not gonna beat it. You're not gonna beat the winner of Better Be Even People. I don't see you beating Badu Jack. I don't see you beating Zerto. I don't see you beating Jai. And you sure as fuck aren't going to beat anybody at heavyweight.
You don't think he beats a 41-year-old Badu Jack?
Fuck no, because by the time he gets up there, Badu Jack isn't even going to have that belt.
Yeah, Badu Jack probably
He's gonna
retired.
be Ryan Rosiski.
So they're not
He's
going
gonna
to
have to
fight.
face.
Yeah. See, I feel like he's gonna fight like Rosicki or someone like that
Yeah,
for a vacant.
And I don't see him
you're
beating that
saying
person either, bro.
Yeah,
Badu Jack's not
the
gonna
Roy
have
de
that
Conan
belt.
O'Brien.
Bro, do you think David's gonna just take a voluntary against fucking Dorticos? Like, what are we talking about?
Bro,
Like, you know what I mean?
you said that Badu Jack's not gonna have that belt. You talking about a guy that's that's a unified a what? A unified
Interim light heavyweight
interim.
champion.
Like he don't care about the belt, bro. Honestly.
Yeah.
He's
But what
ducking
I'm
right now.
saying is that
He
it's like,
doesn't
hold
care
on,
about the
but you
belt.
gotta understand though, it's like you've talked so much shit and you've put yourself so much in the center of shit. You can't afford to take crap fights anymore. You need to fight for a real belt soon, very soon.
And his daddy. Yo.
And then guys like, bro, a guy like Dorticos who can punch crazy, like he's not gonna take short money to just fight that guy. You know what I mean? For a fucking vacant belt, like,
Like so, yeah.
I don't know.
David's for real
He's in a
between
rock and a
like
hard
cock
place.
and a hard spot.
Yeah,
I
he's a cock and a tight asshole.
I just watched the shit and it's like, yeah, like it's not like what the kid is saying isn't true. They probably all those conversations probably happen in term sheets. I don't think it was an actual contract, otherwise that would constitute a breach and there would be like legal action. They probably signed a term sheet that we agree to the deal, but this ain't the actual one for the fight. But it's like you just sounded mad that basically without Canelo, I'm wondering what are you gonna do though? Because you don't got Canelo, bro. You don't got him. So who you gonna fight? It gotta be somebody big.
While you while you were away, I proposed that he be sent to the fiery depths of hell.
I don't know, bro, but I feel like his Netflix deal, his arrangement with Netflix, is contingent upon being able to provide events of that scale, and it's not a lot of events on that scale, bro. Like, no, it's not a lot, my dude. Like, if anything, that Tyson shit is kind of a gift and a curse. Because how
Bro,
are
he's
you gonna
about to
top
fight
that?
Roberto Duran next.
You gotta fight 50 Cent. I'm telling you that you gotta stop thinking about fighters. You gotta fight celebrities now, bro.
50 Cent is fucking. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Bro, they're gonna bring back Ali like the woolly mammoth. Like they're gonna take Ali's DNA and like put him in a fucking lamb side.
I agree with that, Gooch, because that's how it's coming off to me. That look, the deal fell apart, and if you know boxing, deals fall apart all the time, my dude. Like, yeah, they fall apart all the time, literally on every scale you could think of. So that you moaning about it, it just tell me that like, yo, you needed this.
Nah, what people fail to realize, and I think what we're not saying out loud, is that the person with the power is the person who had the power to walk away.
Yes, sir. That's literally never step into a deal you ain't ready to walk away from. Canelo walked away. He cool, bro. Like, he not worried about you. He about to be over there with them Arab Mustangs.
Canelo over there fucking, he's petting his horses right now, bro.
For real.
Those Arab what? Those Arab musty what?
I was gonna say the musty bitches because you know it's wild hot over there, bro. I don't think we're
Jesus Christ.
deodorant over there, bro. It's aluminum in that shit.
Dude, yeah, like a pussy.
Could you imagine a hot pussy like it's 110
Dude,
degrees?
and then they're in burkas. Like they're in burkas in like 200-degree weather. Like
pussy sweating, it's insects and shit, it flies.
It's gotta smell like a low meat or some shit.
Dude, they're boiling gumbo in those panties.
Bitch
Bro,
been
it
eating
sound like
curry
sour,
all day
it
and
sound like
shit.
sour sex outside.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta sprinkle some white sauce on that shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, just a lady boiling a pot of gumbo in her panties right now.
You know what I'm saying? That shit smelling like motherfucking Pantica and shit. It's like, nah, homie, this is too hot for this. Shout out to 03 Dub. Al Heyman was trying to sabotage Bud. He hates him. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Bud signifies the end of the PBC. If you had to think of one moment that heralded the beginning of the end for them, is Bud beating the brakes out of Spence. More than he knew he beating the brakes out of Fulton. That's when you knew, yeah, it's a wrap for y'all. That was not a good like they make it seem like that was a good year for them. Bro, that's the year y'all got kicked off at Showtime.
No, yeah, it all came
They had to
tumbling
let out all
down,
the
bro.
stops, man.
They tried everything, bro. They tried
Yeah,
everything.
but Julius, what's the story? So Jake Paul and Canelo signed something?
Yeah, like that their fight, the crux of what he's saying is that their fight was all but made. Term sheets were signed, official fight poster, fight graphics were made, and they were gonna announce it on Tuesday. But that's basically the gist of what you're saying, that
Oh,
Canelo.
so what Jake is crashing out about is he got left with blue balls.
Yeah, like he thought he was about to nut, and now you got to rub one out. And
Bro, he took a
motherfucker
red
don't
He's
know.
pill and
bro,
everything.
bro. He's finally he's finally a real boxer. Like, welcome to boxing.
Yeah, because like contracts fall apart all the time, my dude.
This
Like
shit
that ain't
happens all the time.
literally
normal.
at every level of boxing that shit happens. So you just got like, to me, I really think for Canelo it was a leverage play, because Turkey himself admitted, I didn't match what they gave him. But what came out of this is Canelo was able to turn a 3-fight deal into a 4-fight deal. And we know the first fight is going to be an easy one, bro. Like, they looking at Charlo. They about
I
to
think
give
what
him a
it
whole
is
bag for
Canelo.
an easy ass
Oh
fight.
boy.
Well, what it is Canelo for real showed them like, hey, don't sit here and think that I don't have options, that I can't still make big fights. Like, slow your roll, partner. This ain't your show.
It ain't.
Yeah, and the other thing is you have to understand that everything that has been said so far, I think is Jake Paul saying all that shit. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think Jake Paul has the best credibility in terms of anything, because
Nah.
Bro, yeah, I agree with Leo. No, Leo's
No,
100%
no,
right.
no. This is why I disagree a little bit, Leo. He is conducting business in an honest way, and what is a dishonest business. You feel like, oh, they fuck, yeah, that's welcome to boxing, bro. This is literally boxing. What you think? The only fighting is in the ring? Everything is a fight in boxing, bro.
But
Negotiating a
no,
fucking
Jake,
deal.
I understand what
bro,
you're saying, Julius, but I don't think you know much about Jake Paul. That is not an honest person.
bro,
No,
he's
what
a
he
professional snake oil salesman. That
no,
dude is
you're not
literally a
you're not getting
professional
me.
snake oil salesman.
Whatever y'all talking about, whatever he did outside of boxing is outside of boxing. You in here wide-eyed, ready to get
Yeah, no,
robbed.
I gotta disagree with y'all, because, and mind you, I'm of Jake's demographic. I'm only a couple years younger than him, so I know this homo. When it comes to this boxing shit, Jake is an honest businessman. So he for real feels like he got fucked over. So that's why he's for real life hurt right now.
Yeah,
Like,
like
this isn't some promotional shit. This isn't some like, he's milking the fuck out of it, but he's for real life hurt by this shit.
I'll give you an example. When
Wow.
the Amanda Serrano
Exactly.
versus Nina Menke fight fell apart, they've refunded everybody that bought. You know, a promoter wouldn't fucking do that. They refunded everybody that bought a ticket their money. They are only obligated to pay the fighter, I believe it is Nina, half the purse that she was going to get. They gave her whole purse. So I'm just saying that as far as his boxing endeavors and shit, he seems to be trying to do business, with transparency on
He's
the
an honest
straight.
businessman.
Yeah, like maybe he did some other shit before. I'm not saying that he didn't, but he's green in this boxing shit. Like, you mad that a contract fell apart, bro? That shit happens all the time. All the time. And it just looked to me like the longer this shit goes on, the more it starts to look, they're like, yo, Canelo was never gonna fight you. Cause look at how quick that happened. It's almost like that's what he wanted to happen. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to Jake. I need something to show Turkey. I need something to show him. And then when I show him that, I could fuck off with him, because he's not actually making more off of the first fight of the deal than he would have made with Jake. Turkey already said that. They're like, yeah, we didn't match it. Netflix offered him a lot of money, but that's because who coughing?
Yo,
That's
mute that shit if you gonna cough, partner. What the fuck?
Yeah. But that's because Canelo probably never intended to fight Jake. The way he left him quick like that, it's almost like, I got what I wanted. I just wanted to show them that I got
No,
something else.
he for real Dave
he used
Chappelle
him
his
at,
ass. Like, gotcha, bitch.
There you go.
he used him as a carrot and a stick.
Yeah. Like I just want to show Turkey that, hey, I got other shit to do. You know what I mean?
No,
Getting
yeah,
money
like,
for me is not a problem. Like,
you
you
gotta
got,
look at Jake like he's for real life a freshman in college.
yeah,
And this is
yeah.
the first time he got fucked by a sorority bitch, and they making fun of him now.
Yeah, like he got a blowjob, and now he think they going steady. Like, no, that's the Tuesday blowjob. Like, everybody gets a blowjob on
He said
Tuesday.
they
Like,
going steady.
going steady now. Like, buy you. What was that shit they used to buy bitches when you like a bitch was a corset?
Then
What
they
was the
got a promise ring and
Cocaine.
shit.
a promise ring? There you go. Like, he bought a bitch
Damn.
promise.
It was
Meanwhile,
a promise cock ring.
You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, bitch sucking dick on the bleachers next Tuesday. Like, yo, it's Tuesday. Tuesday
Yeah.
blowjob, yo. Like,
And then
shit.
in the meanwhile, Jake's telling all his boys like, "Nah, she really liked me, bro. She really
she's
liked me."
different, yo. She's different.
Nah, Jake that nigga at the strip club was talking about, bro. She looking at me, bro.
Exactly.
She like me, yo. Meanwhile,
Yo,
bitch
Canelo
looking
looked
for
at
the
me,
back.
bro.
Canelo, you know what I'm
She didn't
saying?
charge me for a
He
song.
did, yo. And he did look at you.
Bro,
and
he touched it from the outside, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to motherfucking Gooch. Jake about to have another 100. That's what I was gonna try to allude to. That I respect the kid's business savvy, by the way, because I think he's smart. I do think the kid is smart. But the misconception is really that everything he did was successful. Them Tyrone Woodley pay-per-views didn't sell. And there's a cluster of pay-per-views in there that actually didn't sell. You know, he did good with the Tommy Fury, but there's like 3 or 4 that like, yeah, them shits wasn't really, they wasn't moving like that. You know, so he's been up and down. And doing all of this just communicates to me, yeah, you had a lot riding on that Canelo fight, man. You needed,
I think
needed that.
I heard for like, I want to say for, it was talks for like not even a couple of days, where Jake wanted to fight Poatan, and I was like, yeah, do that, definitely do that, because
You talking about Perreria?
yeah, you do that definitely, and I think Dana was even like open to that.
I
And
mean, I think they should. I heard this shit about the UFC, and once again, I don't follow it. But is it true that they don't have no stars right now?
No, like literally, it's like
No.
Alex and like they got like one fight every 3 years with John Jones.
Wow, bro.
They don't got
I
shit. Like
think-
Alex legit came in 2020 and kind of fucked everything up for them because they were really riding on Izzy, and that dude has had a fall down like I don't even know what, bro. That's like
Yeah, he just got knocked out, right? Izzy got knocked out.
Yeah, he just got laid the fuck out by one of those
Easy just lost
sand
300
people.
And do you remember about 10 years ago?
You said sand people.
Do you remember about 10 years ago?
What the fuck?
It's been years. Everybody's saying boxing's dead or it's dying. Look at the UFC now.
No, yeah, UFC is legit dying, bro. Like
The problem.
That's why Dana White wants to get into boxing.
Exactly.
He wants to subsidize his MMA business with it.
The problem with UFC is that it's too insulated. It's too insulated, and you don't have a deep enough talent pool to draw from.
It's a monopoly. Like, this is how monopolies end up failing. Like, bro, eventually this fucking bubble falls apart. And Jake Paul is finding that out too at the same time, funnily enough.
It's world champions walking the streets of Mexico City. That's why boxing survives. It's literally, it's a motherfucker out there. He's fucking pissed off. Job sucks. Don't put him in a boxing match. He'll beat your world champion. Andrew Cancio, motherfuckers. And that's why boxing, I think that's why boxing survives the test of time the way that it does, because it doesn't rely on a whole lot of shit. There's a motherfucker in the street that if you tell him, yo, I got $100,000 for you to fight this guy. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. The biggest upset ticket is an ice handcuffs right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Lara, Josh Warrington got the amateur everything. Y toda la vaina, y toda la
Oh,
bulla, y
man.
todo feo. And all you need to do is give Mauricio Lara $20,000. I'm over there, bro. What? I'm over there. And that's why boxing survives.
And let's not forget, last year, UFC, they were so hyped up with Turkey, bro. They opened up the Sphere in Vegas, and that shit failed miserably with Turkey.
Right? Because they tried to colonialize. It's like, yo, look, if you want to do a Mexican thing, right, here's what I would do. If Dana's smart, maybe he did it. I don't even know. But if I'm Dana, I open up a farm in Mexico and I get all my world-class fighters. No, hear me out. I get all my world-class fighters to train Mexican fighters. I get them to train them. I want to develop and start grooming my own talent, because if you're in America, come on, the Mexican dollar goes a long fucking way. So
That's kind of what they're doing.
Is
That's
it
basically what they're.
They
but it's not official.
They opened up a UFC gym in Mexico City, but the problem is Mexicans do not fuck with the UFC.
It's kind of it's gay.
Exactly, bro. You Dominican, right?
Yeah.
Bro. You're Dominican. Y'all play baseball, which is well
Yes.
known. Now imagine if they opened up a farm for Dominicans playing cricket. Like, how good do you think that'll be?
That shit ain't
That's
gonna
I
be
feel like
good.
that's just a Hispanic thing. Like we don't really throw kicks. You know what I mean?
We
We
don't.
try to
Because I
keep
don't
it.
want
We
you to
fight
see
from the
my.
waist up.
I don't want you to see my ball sack. I lift my leg and my balls is all swinging. Like, nah, that's
And
no
I don't
fight. That's what
either.
this shit is,
Yeah, I
bro.
don't
Like,
either. So we kind of have that understanding. We fight from the
But
waist up.
it's for the same. It's the same principle for why you don't see clinching in Mexican fighting.
yeah.
Right.
It's
Yep.
the same
And you
You
know
exact
what
don't.
reasoning.
MMA, right? And you know what MMA really stands for, right? Is missionary martial arts.
Hmm. You got to try to penetrate the opponent. You
Dude,
got to
no,
try to
literally,
Oh
penetrate.
my god.
Like Brazilian jiu-jitsu looks impressive if your goal is to beat the shit out of someone in the missionary position. But other than that, like I don't, you know what I mean? I'd
I
rather
don't
watch
really
people
nah,
fight each other.
because the shit is like I see two dudes with a big leg. I was like, yeah, I don't want to watch this shit, dog. Like, the fuck going on here? What are y'all
I
doing?
mean, I like the
And
striking
Yeah,
portion of it. You
you're
know,
getting beat up in the
y'all got to
you're
give
getting
each
beat up
other.
in the
No,
Amazon
wait,
position.
wait. Before you come up with a good punchline or a joke you want to tell, let the other motherfucker finish his joke, cause y'all overlapping crazy. Like, I can't get the punchline. The shit I was gonna say is, I don't think Dana understands boxing the only thing bigger than boxing in Mexico is soccer. It's the only thing that's bigger. That's the only sport that's bigger. But boxing for Mexico really is a national pastime, and I'm not exaggerating when I say there's world champions walking the street. Just pay them. Pay him $100,000. Go to England, fight this English guy. Whoop his ass. Whoop for 100,000.
Don't
Whoop his
put don't
ass.
put don't put motherfucking Angel Fierro in there with a European champion because he'll beat the shit out of him.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. And this is and you know, Mexico is the most glaring example, but the same is true of Eastern Europeans. They got Rakimovs for fucking days, bro. Well, I should say Asian, because you know he's from an Asian country, but that shit don't look
Uh,
Asian to me, dog.
yeah,
But still,
Central Asian.
can I say
They
something?
they like
go
MMA
ahead.
though.
Yeah, but
Okay,
they
but
don't like it like that. Go ahead, Leo.
no. I know you guys are trying to make funny with Mexico and they don't fuck with MMA because all that gay shit. And wrestling being so big as it is in Mexico, that makes that argument fall apart. I think the reason that MMA doesn't is going to be really, it doesn't have the same credit in some countries, is because MMA is an elitist sport. Because you
Yeah,
have
it's
to know,
elitist.
yeah, because you have to know striking, you have to know wrestling, you have to know some kind of jiu-jitsu, some kind of that shit.
Tú no
And you
puedes
cannot fight.
comparar lucha libre. You can't say lucha libre no es MMA. Lucha libre, you're saying that you can't say that MMA is too gay for Mexico because they're in the lucha libre. Lucha libre and MMA
No,
are
that's
apples to
athleticism,
oranges.
bro.
See,
They be
no,
throwing
I
themselves
think what Leo's
around.
trying to say is that like it's more boxing is more working class in places like Mexico. Like if you think about it, what Leo's kind of saying is true. All the belt system fighting styles, they're all from aristocratic origin, whereas boxing is literally it's what it is, the everyman sport.
Yeah.
So it's not as appealing to them because you got to pay for a belt, you got to pay for a billion classes. Whereas in boxing, you pay for your gloves, your hand wraps, and your gear, and that's it
Oh, but
for the most. It's
also
a lot
MMA,
cheaper.
MMA is too fragmented, and I've always thought that MMA is too fragmented for there to be a cohesive farm system, which is why what they call talent in MMA doesn't seem to last very long. They, to boast their company, will say things like, "Oh no, it's just because the best are fighting the best." No, it's because your farm system doesn't work. It doesn't work. An elite level boxer becomes bankable at what he does, the same way an elite level team in the NFL become bankable at what they do. The statistics are bankable. Now, maybe they win the fucking Super Bowl, maybe they don't, but they do well. And it's the same in any other sport. Whereas what I notice about MMA is it doesn't look like you have a farm system, and if you
They
do,
don't.
it doesn't work because you're
I
elite.
mean,
Look, Sean Strickland was the shit for 10 seconds and then he wasn't shit. And Sean
right,
O'Malley was the shit for 10 seconds and then he wasn't shit. Ismelda
right.
was Izzy whatever.
Because
Esmelda.
Okay, but
hold on, can I add to that real quick? Let me add to that. The key word in mixed martial arts is the first word, mixed. you have to have different disciplines to really apply to that sport. That way you could stay ahead of the curve, right? Now, MMA kind of does have a farm system, and that's the Olympics, but they only have like one style. That's Greco-Roman. The grappling
Yeah.
aspect. And then after that, after they get that contract, well, then you got to learn other disciplines because there's other fighters from other disciplines that have different striking techniques that you have to prep for.
No,
I would.
look, this is the best analogy. This is the reason why soccer, football, is more popular than any other sport. For example, tennis. If you're gonna practice, I'm not saying that tennis is a bad sport or it's a non-entertaining sport. It's a boring sport. No, it's very fun to look at. But
It is.
if you're gonna practice fucking tennis, you have the job. You have to have the proper rackets. You have to have the proper ball to practice because you're never gonna be good at tennis if you don't have that shit. Instead, soccer, you don't need anything. You can go play in the street with a fucking ball. You can fight anywhere.
It's
That's
it's
the reason.
it's the mac and cheese parallel. It's a parallel that I use for everything. That mac and cheese is good because of how simple it is. Not to say that boxing is simple, but it's not too hard to understand. It's not too hard to digest. Whereas mixed, you got the Greco-Roman homo move, and he does Tiger Crane, and there's the Quan Chi.
Well, no,
And it's
so
like,
so the problem
Jules, to your
behind
point about
MMA
a farm,
is that it's not MMA isn't a sport. It's a blanket umbrella term. So it's like
Mm.
to fight in MMA, it's like no. What are you fighting? Are you doing like fucking
do
taekwondo?
you
Are
think
you
it's
doing
not
fucking?
Do you think that it's fallacy as far as being digestible, for lack of a better word, is because it's not structured enough? Because that's where I lean towards that. Yeah, the way you fight, I rather watch two kickboxers fight than you guys. I would rather, because it's structured. Like, yeah, I'm
Right.
not gonna get.
No, yeah. I'll openly admit that Habib fucked up UFC. All the
A
Dagestani
lot of
fighters
people,
fucked
a
up
lot
UFC.
of people that watch that shit told me that they're like, yeah, he's great at what he does, but what he does is he's gonna
Nobody
lay
wants
on
to
you.
watch that
well,
shit.
I
Yeah, the
think to
problem
your
is
point
all the
about
Watching
hey,
Hold on, hold
Habib
on.
fight
Go
is
ahead,
equivalent
Julio.
to
Go ahead,
watching.
Julio.
well, I was just gonna say to your point about the farm system. I think some of that comes from the fact that, like in Mexico, there's a number of smaller Mexican promoters that produce fighters and inevitably create relationships with Top Rank and other big promoters, Golden Boy, yada yada yada, and supply fighters to them. Whereas the UFC is a monopoly, so it doesn't tolerate even those type of relationships. It's pure
Right.
like we don't want to compete with nobody, so there's nothing there keeping them honest and
Yeah,
I,
helping
yeah. So
produce
like
other fighters,
I'll say
when you
this.
have
other
This is no,
stars.
Benavidez
wait,
and
wait, wait.
Where
This
Gane,
is
where
where
else are
I
they gonna get?
this is where I disagree with that. The reason I say farm system, you have your amateurs and your nationals, your regionals, and then you compete at the Olympics.
oh, they did
Ob,
used to have that shit. They
ob,
used to have their
but let's say boxing obviously has a hell of a lot more lineage as a sport
Hmm.
than mixed martial arts, obviously, but that's what strengthens it. And at the same time, it is structured. They try to use that as a negative about boxing, that we don't allow all this freak shit, right? Yeah, but that's why this sport thrives, because it's not
Yes, it's
hard to
decentralized.
understand. Yeah, that's why it thrives.
Yeah.
Whereas your shit, you got to do the Brazilian ass lick and the fucking
Nah, no
no,
more,
no,
man.
jingatsu.
Jules, hold on.
I
No,
mean,
because
if
let me break it
okay,
down.
if we can divert our attention from the gay shit, the UFC basically put itself. They put themselves in a no win situation, or rather a too big to fail situation, where it's like
Yeah, it's a
eventually
monopoly.
you're gonna have to like do business with other promotions like Risen, like or what other,
Well,
if they just gonna
Yep.
devour the competition, then
No,
it's all up
let
to
me
no.
jump
them
in.
to
Let me
save the
jump in.
sport.
Y'all gotta
But
relax.
there's
One, the thing is that even if you get into a situation, because look at what happened to Bellator, they were basically absorbed by the PFL. They
Yeah,
got bought out, but the talent is this like it's the same shitty Bellator fighters, bro. It's not
yeah,
that's
different.
what I'm saying. There's no competition.
This is what I was
Like
gonna
there's
say.
nothing keeping the UFC honest. There's nothing keeping the UFC. They got Connor from a different
Let me
promoter.
jump in. Let
A
me
lot
jump
of
in
people
because I
don't
know
know
this.
that.
Let me
One at
jump
a
in.
time. One at a
Let
time.
me
Go
jump
ahead.
in.
Go ahead. Good.
Of
I
course,
do
well,
know
you
that.
already jumped in, so yeah, go ahead.
No, I haven't talked. What I was trying to say is that freaking UFC, when they try to do the competition thing, like Chuck Liddell, Rampage, and all them, they went to pride fighting, and they fucked him
Right.
up. So, because they know why he wants to keep everything monopolized. He doesn't want to lose. It's like an ego thing. He doesn't want his fighters to lose because then that diminishes UFC as a brand, and that's the reason why he doesn't want to jump and fight other people.
That's
Yeah,
also
I
why he
think
bro.
doesn't.
I
That's also
don't
why he
deny that's
hates
the.
Ngannou so
I don't
much.
den. Fuck me. I don't deny that's the motivation, but that inevitably leads to decline. Like, yeah,
well, see,
of course
we're
he believes
talking
that,
about
but
two.
and that's
I think
fine to
we're
believe
talking.
that, but it's not gonna last.
I think we're talking about two different things because Julio, it sounds like you're talking about the infrastructure of the UFC as a brand and how
Yes.
it's just not a good market when you're devouring the competition. Whereas what
Right.
I'm centered around is the sport itself. That I look at UFC, I look at MMA in general as a flawed sport that is not sustainable. It's not because your farm system doesn't work. What is supposed to be the best of you, right? Like the best UFC egregious weight or whatever, right? Yeah, you'll be a champion for 5 minutes, bro. And then some fucking
But
guy Hugin Mav of Diggin Stan will
yeah,
come and sit
Yeah,
on your
all those
you're
face.
exactly,
Dagestanians,
bro. You're
bro.
100% right. Like, I think you're right. But what I'm saying is, I think that's a consequence of the way that the UFC has monopolized all of MMA. Like, that's the reason that there's no farm system because they don't allow it. They don't allow an organic one to take place and create. When people say that boxing should learn from MMA, fuck that. What they're saying is boxing should learn from UFC, and that's wrong. UFC should learn from boxing. Like, the decentralized aspect of boxing is a plus in the long run.
I would say that I've always looked at mixed martial arts through this lens. It's flawed. This is not sustainable. There's too many different ways to win that doesn't make for something that is engaging. There's only a couple of ways to score a fucking touchdown. You know what I mean? A home run is a
Mm-hmm.
home run in
Yeah.
MLB. A home run is a home
So
run.
so Jules, the problem what's happening with UFC, it's like think of it like the Dagestani fighters, the wrestlers. It's a lot like watching a pure boxer fight.
Oh
We
my god.
understand that you're the best. We understand that you're great, but nobody wants to watch that shit. And
Exactly.
that's what's
There
going
you
on. When
go.
you talk about
There you go.
farming, Dagestanians are doing it the best. They have a centralized a farming system. They get all their people together. They train together. They send them to the UFC, and those motherfuckers are dominating their divisions.
But
And
they're not
that's why
draws.
UFC is dying. But they're not draws.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to watch
But
that
that's a
shit.
consequence.
Khabib did a million pay-per-view buys though. You know what I mean?
Did he
Multiple
wait? Did
times
he? But didn't he
With
do that
Conroy.
with that
with
shitty ass style.
Conroy? With
And with
Conroy
Poirier.
though,
That was
there
Poirier. A
with
fighter.
Porridge,
Poirier as
he
well.
didn't do.
Bro, that's like saying Tank did a million pay-per-view
No,
buys.
espera, Julio. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Poirier buzzing at the time?
Yes.
Wasn't he like he was popping like they thought he was gonna be a dude? Because I'm a casual when it comes to MMA, but I remember that people were into Porridge.
I think it's for me, we can split hairs about that, but to me it's more so a consequence of the fact that the UFC has nothing to compete with, bro, and that's why they're declining. Like there's
No, but
nothing keeping them honest.
so when you say that UFC has nothing to compete with, you mean in the sense that that Queensberry competes with Matchroom? Do you mean like that?
Yeah, exactly
There's no
like
rival
that. Like
promoter.
Well,
Matchroom
yeah,
has a
because it's
domestic,
essentially
has
a
a
promotional company.
real domestic rival that they have to like compete with regularly, even when they work together on like Riyadh season shows. The UFC has nothing. That's why they're getting all these Dagestanis and all these fake Conor McGregors because they're trying to get something to stick.
Yeah,
That's why
but
you
see,
see a
that's why
dude come out
Dana
with a
White
fucking
hates.
chest tattoo every 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's why
You know what I mean?
Dana White hates Francis
For
Ngannou
real.
so much.
What's this guy's name? Sugar Sean O'Malley,
Bro, him,
trying to be like Connor, and now he's
the
coming out boxing.
Albanian
Are you
guy.
fucking kidding
What
me?
about the Albanian guy that speaks Spanish? He's also
Oh,
trying to be
fucking
Connor. You know what I mean?
I don't know who that is.
Marab and
Which
fucking.
Topuria.
I don't know who that is, bro.
Oh, the
That's the
Spanish
problem. They
guy.
have a fame problem
Spanish.
also.
Bro, even
Let
Sean
me
O'Malley has a clone. Like there's that other guy, Talbot. It's like
let me read
the
the
clones
super
have
chats.
clones now.
Let me read the super chats. Napoli said, I want to see Bakram Murtazalia versus Sergey Bohachuk fight each other. If they have no fights lined up, that'll be a great fight. I agree. I've recommended that fight myself on a number of relays. WMMA says, UFC already had open performance inst CDM. Oh, you're talking about a performance, Jim. Divine Valley said, congrats, Jules. This live is labeled as YouTube feature. I don't know what that is, but it sounds great. Canelo runs the game. Shout out to fucking YouTube. Jacob J said, I would like a link to discuss this. There's 10 people up here. If a spot opens up, I got you. But yeah, I think we look at it as being fundamentally flawed, Julio, for different reasons. I don't think it's a cohesive sport, and it's like if you can't have a champion, and I know that there are exceptions, that there are guys that they reign for a bit, but what I noticed about the UFC that was so different, not just from boxing, but from every other sport, is the champions don't stay champions very long, and that's not good for business.
And the ones that do are the
Well,
stars, like the
I
Jones,
think
the Izzies, the Connors, and shit like that. But they can't produce that anymore because they are going based off of the best, fighting the best. Well, when that happens, you're always gonna find somebody who's gonna whoop your ass.
um dude, I think what you're saying is true, and I think it's like a feedback loop to your initial point where like, yeah, they don't have a farm system, so they don't build that competition. They don't have like a deep pool of like really good MMA fighters. It's really shallow.
And then
Like
they
they
do
it's
dumbass shit like trading fucking DJ for
Wow.
the Ben Askren guy.
Mm, mm.
One
I,
FC.
I-
it's like
but
there's like a small group of really elite MMA fighters, and they have them all, and then they just stuff the roster with a bunch of nobody.
yeah, because is it me or are they just fighting the same fucking people in a round
Yeah,
robin?
yeah.
Well, that doesn't make for longevity. It's like
Yeah, they're just circle jerking each other.
you see the franchise that the Patriots had for a time, and and you see that, okay, well, what they got going on works, and then you think about how many championships the Yankees won overall at World Series championships, and you see once again the farm system of baseball works, that the elite talent will always permeate to the top based on this farm system. Whereas what really is an elite UFC guy? Like what are you? You're
Yeah.
gonna go to boxing
So
and get knocked the fuck out.
Jules, wait, 100%. Like, yeah, New York has that farm system. They have that farm system because they got the Red Sox down the street. You know what I mean? Like, they have
Yeah.
people they're trying to beat. They have competition, so they need to have a good farm system. The UFC doesn't. They don't have that necessity because they monopolize it. They'll just steal a fucking fighter from from a small unknown promotion and try and hype him up.
I
And
hate that
and
shit.
That's
they're
how it
like
works.
they're running out of options because now they're just like I said, they're just finding these obscure guys who kind of look and remind you of previous stars they had, and they're just trying to make something stick.
Trying to replicate Connor, trying to replicate Ronda, basically.
Khabib too, yeah.
Shout out to Papa Foundry. Late night boxing talks, more like late night boxing talks, cause it's all just dudes. Joking, just keep it up, fellas. I'll show you my cock if you don't shut the fuck up.
Hey, hold up, Jules. Hey,
He
man.
said
You don't want
Cox
to
in the
eat.
most New York accent possible.
Hey. You don't want to get decocketized. You know what I mean?
No, I was talking about my rooster, bro.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Guy on Negro and shit.
We talking about cockfighting, bro. We ain't talking what kind of my cocking gun. But yeah, like for the tiles in the bathroom. But yeah, like, and that's my perspective on it. That it was always doomed to fail because the talent pool isn't deep enough for you to draw from, where you're always going to get a star. Whereas that goes back to what I said about boxing. There are world champions in Mexico City or Guadalajara or Azatlan walking the street. There will always be some bad motherfucker who can fight, and if you pay him, he'll fuck some people up for you. And it works because the constraints of boxing actually lend themselves to the sport's marketability and longevity, whereas in MMA, yeah, you could win squeezing a guy, wrap your thighs around him really hard. He won the fight, yo.
Yeah, and that's also why PBC had such a short high, is because like they had such a short time in the sun, is because they tried to fake the funk. They tried to stop their fighters from competing. You know what I mean? And that shit doesn't work.
Well, it's all
That
in
shit
the
don't
name.
fly.
It's all in the
You
name.
step
Premier
Errol
Boxing
Spence up and look what
Champions.
happens to him.
Yeah, it was in the name, Premier Boxing Champions. When all your champions get laid the fuck out, now what are you?
And bro, we've
Exactly.
been saying about that about Spence though, way before the Crawford fight. We all was in agreement. Like
Bro,
he's
all
good,
that
but
shit was
he's not great,
manufactured,
man.
bro.
He's good, but he's not
the
great.
the
Bro,
point I think that they need to restructure the UFC like somebody said this and but they were talking about scoring in the sport of boxing. We were having a conversation about if you don't reward these boring fighters, then more fighters are going to be less inclined to be boring. So I guess for the UFC, one thing that they can do is take a look at the way the fight is officiated and structure it to where it's more entertaining, because what I'm seeing is your sport is flawed, and that's why your farm system doesn't work. There's a flaw in there. I don't know exactly what it
Mm-hmm.
is, but there's one in there that your fighters, even when they're supposed to be the best at what they do or the best of a division momentarily, they don't last very long, and that has everything to do with the way your sport is officiated and structured. Because
So if you ask me, what the flaw you're describing is, it's stalling. That's what it is. It's the people who backpack and lay on the floor and grab you by
Lay
the
and pray.
ass and hold you down for fucking so long and push you up against the
but
fence
that's what
until
gets
you're
you a
and
win in
grind
dead.
their
MMA
and
right now.
grind their
It's the
That's the
and grind their
style.
stalling.
dick and grind their dick on your inner thigh, right? This
Exactly. You
this
know, they try to see what you got under the hood. All
Hey,
that
hey, out there,
nonsense.
hey, motherfuckers out here checking each other's oil and shit.
You know what I'm
I
saying? It's that.
I
Yo,
have
If
an
yo,
if they
why
were to
Stoking
everybody
shit is
yell
how
implement,
louder?
hold
Mormon.
on, y'all.
everybody needs to yell louder.
yeah.
If they were to implement some like where the refs were to cut out stalling, that would help a lot of these fights, because that's what these Dagestani fighters do.
No,
They slow down the action. They do everything a pure boxer does is what a Dagestani fighter does. They
I
slow the pace down to their fight.
I have an idea. Do you remember this bully beatdown, that show that was in the
Right.
early
Oh, I
2000s?
remember that shit. I remember that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Look, I think one of the things that they could restructure the rules in order to make the sport more appealing is, instead of finalizing a fight, declaring a submission, as they say, with a guillotine or something like that, it should be 1 point in your favor.
Mm.
So you cannot end a fucking fight just because the guy tap out. No, you give a point. You
Oh,
give a
that's a good
point.
idea. That's a good
Oh, I
idea.
like
And
that,
that's it.
because then Chael Sonnen would have whooped fucking Silva's ass.
Another thing,
I don't know
thing.
about
I'll say this about the women. Too many of the women are fucking ugly, and they don't need to be the best. Just sign a bunch of.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
hey,
Hey,
hold up, man.
Hear me out. Hear me
Bro,
out. Wait.
Jules,
Hear me out. Hear me out. Let me land the plane. Let me land.
Yeah,
I
there's
didn't even
some.
get.
Nah,
You're a
I
horny
just took
bastard, bro.
off,
What the
bro.
fuck,
Like, can I
man?
land the fucking
Hey,
plane?
fucked up, but he's on to something. Go ahead, Jules. Yeah, yeah, I feel you. Go ahead.
Listen, look. Get rid of all these ugly ass broads, right? You go to Miami. You sign a bunch of bitches. They don't even have to be good. Just sign a cluster of hot bitches, and the requisite. They don't even have to know how to fight that good, dog. But just because a part of what made Ronda successful, right? And I'm not going to say that they protected her. I believe that she fought who was there, but whoever was there just wasn't really that good at that time. And as they became better, well, it became harder for Ronda to be Ronda. So you
Yeah.
need hot broads that can fight. They don't have to be the best in the world. Just let them be the best here. And they have to be hot. Because it's like, if you had a bunch
but
of Alexa Grassos
Jules,
running around, you couldn't keep me away from the UFC.
Bro, Valerie
Jules, they
Zarate.
tried that. Jules, they tried that. They tried that with fucking Paige Van Zandt. And you know what happened? She sucked, first of all. And she
But there's
also
not
got
enough
paid
of them,
more.
though.
She got
There's
paid
not
more on
enough of them,
OnlyFans.
though.
She got
There's not.
paid more on OnlyFans. So it was like, fuck
Yeah,
that. Why would I keep
but
fighting?
There's
why?
not.
Why?
Paige Van Zandt's one person. There's not enough of them. Is what he's saying. You need more.
Bro,
That's what I'm
Misha
saying.
Tate. There's not enough hot girls who would want to get paid MMA money. They'll just
Look,
go to
no, wait,
OnlyFans and
no, wait.
become
Let me
millionaires.
stop you right fucking there. Misha's all right. If you're calling Misha Tate hot, you need to evaluate your eyesight. Like she's all right. Walmart.
No, hot girls don't like MMA.
Hey, did any of y'all notice that Chris Cyborg looks like Vanderlei Silva?
Bro, does she?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah, the what now? What now?
One now.
Yeah, she looks
Shout
just
out
like
to
that dude.
motherfucking DB boxing fan.
Dude,
MMA loses. Wait, MMA loses every timer to boxing guy, and the same weight and boxing guy always has a chance in MMA. Not cause of boxing skills. One or the other maybe. Couple of beers on me. Yo, I appreciate you, bro. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate you, bro. I was gonna say that Boxing's controls are what make it digestible and lends to its longevity and the effectiveness of its farm system because there is a proper way to throw a jab. There is. Now, if you're very much experienced and you have a lot of time in the amateur system, you can be a little bit nuanced with your jab, but there are bones there that make the jab and the proper way to set up the backhand. All of this lends itself to the longevity of the sport. Whereas MMA, you could throw a shitty kick, you could wave your dick at the guy, distract him.
What? You dumb
Yeah, I think they should
motherfucker.
I was gonna say Chris Cyborg looks like an American Staffordshire Terrier in the face, honestly. But no, they should. I think they should introduce. I think they should introduce weapons to MMA. Like maybe
There you go.
let them use
They
smoke
did.
pellets. You know what I mean?
They
And
have
nunchucks and
medieval
ninja
martial
stars.
And
arts.
Fucking
if
Pakistan.
if you're the champion, you get a potato gun.
You get a shank.
You
Pakistan.
get a 22
Now you're
with one
talking.
round
Now,
in
okay,
it.
now you're trying to
You get
introduce a Fortnite element to MMA, bro. Come on.
a beanbag shooter. You get the UFC
Fucking
beanbag
stupid
shooter, bro. The riot bullets and shit, like
So Jules, you basically want like Turkish oil wrestling for women.
with mayonnaise.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, the third world country civil unrest tear gas canister.
I want a pool-sized. I want a pool filled with Thousand Island sauce with Paige Van Zant and who's Rose Namakamakameha. That'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight.
I'm a Eunice.
Okay, but
Unity, Rose Unity. There you go. That's.
I always had this thought about MMA that I think they're very good sport athletes. They're very skilled and all that shit, but in essence, MMA is a really dumb sport because if I can train a fucking gorilla 1 week to be the most dominant force in MMA history, that's a dumb sport.
Yes.
The only thing I need to train the gorilla is not to kill the guy after he taps out.
No,
That's
all
the
you
only thing.
really need to do is give him more steroids. That's really what. Just give him more steroids, bro. Because I don't see a system when I look at MMA and every other sport. Yes, it's a system. There's infrastructure. Whereas MMA, what's supposed to make it more appealing, or you're the ultimate or whatever, yeah, but it doesn't make it digestible as a sport, and it doesn't make for longevity because it's basically a free-for-all. For it to be a sport that consistently shells out quote unquote championship level whatever, there needs to be bones to it. And what I see that they don't, there's no bones to this, you know. Guy might win by stepping on your
there's no
toe.
legitimate title reign. Basically, there's no there's not a single durable title run in the sport. You know, but
Exactly.
that's just a competition. There's always there's always somebody that's gonna have a stylistic advantage over you. There's always gonna pull a kick out of their fucking back pocket and knock you the fuck out.
Yeah, but here's the thing: what the MMA man is, but MMA versus boxing. Well, in MMA, you have the one promotion. UFC, one single promotion, right? There's a good side to that,
One brand.
right? Good side to that is you're gonna get the best fighters against the best fighters. But here's the downside. The downside is fighters don't control their own destiny, and the promotion controls who's the star fighter. That's the
because they have non-compete clauses in their contracts, bro.
Yep, exactly.
And the thing is, like, when you say digestible, I would say I would say that it is because you have a lot of casuals that are really into they like the blood sport aspect of it. So you're always gonna get people that are gonna come into the event drunk as fuck, like that guy that had the just bleed on his fucking forehead.
Yeah,
and he was fucking stripless.
Grab his dick
Those guys, there's no short supply of those guys.
Also. Gotta twist it. Twist his dick.
Yeah, the dick twister, all that shit, man.
But I would say I just go back to the beginning and end of all their problems is that their sport is flawed, and I'm talking about it from a technical perspective, not just the promotion, because the promotion is built around what the sport is. Well, the sport is flawed. If you can't
and like
have
I said,
a
it
champion,
just comes down to stalling, bro. It comes down to people who will push people up against the fence, like the Kamaru guy, the
Usman, Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, he would. What he would do is he'd push people up against the fence and stomp on their feet. Like bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Question I have for you guys before I go take this piss. How much did it hurt the UFC that Francis Ngannou and John Jones never fought?
Oh,
Badly.
it's really biting him in
Not
the
one
ass
bit.
right now.
Not one bit. It didn't hurt him. Not one bit. And I
It
can
hurt
tell
I
him.
think it did.
It did hurt
No,
him.
it did.
Because there is no, I'm saying this honestly. There is no absolutely no interest in the heavyweight division. Because
Yeah,
like, yo,
because not everyone knows
that dude
John
is openly
Jones is
ducking Tom
legit.
Aspinall. Like that's some bullshit.
Bro, I'll tell you like this, man. Once again, the promotion controls who fights who. The fighters don't have no say. And I'll tell you
And
this,
that's
bro,
a part of the reason why it
Jones,
fucked them over was
hey,
because
John,
their heavyweight left to a different promotion. That's why they hate him so much.
but I'm saying John Jones, hate him or love him or in between, that motherfucker draws every time he's on a card, bro. Every time.
Yeah, but how long is he gonna be there? Because like eventually, you know, he's pretty
The
much close to
problem is
40.
those cards are too far and few in
He's
between.
getting old soon.
Yeah. You know, let me say one thing real quick. Before Turkey came into the fold with boxing, I felt that professional boxing needed help as far as like production value, as far as like putting trailers together. But you know, because UFC does that really well. They're good. They're good with their branding. You know, as far as that I give them credit for. But you know, as far as the name recognition of the household names, it's pretty few and far between nowadays, man. But I think boxing is making a comeback slowly but surely. You know, especially with Turkey, he knows how to produce trailers, and it really you can see the positive reaction to that, yo.
No, I already said that. I legit feel like Turkey is like he's rushing the press of that reset button. Like he's pushing the reset of this market, and he's being great for the sport, bro.
Yeah. And you know what, man? If anybody needs to understand or know anything when you compare boxing and MMA, it's this. Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse, man, one of the GOATs, Hall of Famer, MMA dude. You can't deny that. Dude's a beast. He said himself on his own podcast, he said, I'm going to tell y'all right now, it is way harder to be a world-class professional boxer than it is to be a world-class MMA fighter. Everybody was like, what? No, he said, let me break it down. He goes, when you enter into a boxing match with another world-class boxer, he was like, that's all you're allowed to do is box. So the dude you're fighting, right, is just as good, right, or as near as good as you are at that one thing, and you can contend with that. He's like, in MMA, you can always get matched with somebody where you're like, ooh, this dude's a beast at striking, but I can take him down.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about earlier.
Do a strike. He was like, you can pick what you want to do based on your opponent's weaknesses. He said, in boxing, when they match you up with somebody, you're doing the same thing and you're pitting the same thing against each other on the same level. He's like, that's way harder, and that is a career MMA dude saying that, bro, world class.
But it's go ahead.
Oh yeah, because it's like when you're fighting in an MMA fight and you're a striker and you're used to fighting other strikers, you can have your guard and protect yourself in a certain way, right? You don't have to worry about the takedown. But when you're fighting somebody who's also a wrestler, that changes the fight because now you have to protect yourself in a way that you're able to protect your body, your face, and yourself from a fucking takedown. So you're worried about so many different things. It's actually a different fucking fight. Whereas in boxing, it's like, no, you got to worry about if this guy can knock you the fuck out or if he can really fucking hit you. So
Look, I'm gonna tell you how it is. What they're doing in Dagestan, they're wrestling all day, every day, and they get rid of the guys with no chin. That's it. The guys with no chin in Dagestan, they're obviously guys they cannot hold a punch.
Yeah.
You know, you are not even gonna see those guys in anywhere because they get rid of those guys first. So you are very good at wrestling.
They weed them out,
You're very good at submitting people, and you can hold a punch. That's it. And you're gonna be invincible in MMA for the next 10 years.
Hey, but what was that guy? Habib's cousin, bro. He gassed out in like the second round, bro. He was fighting Umar, the dude who knocked out that was his name, Umar.
Bro, it's hard, bro. All their names sound the same.
Yeah, there we go, Umar. He was fighting the guy that whooped O'Malley's ass. But like they were gassing him up as like, oh, he's Habib's cousin, he's gonna out wrestle him, he's gonna submit him, all this shit. And it's like, bro, the guy fought one ranked contender. Y'all gassed him up, and the guy gassed out in the second round. It's like, Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
Like the people that come out of Dagestan already have this like idea behind them that they're all these amazing great wrestlers. That's why they're hyping up that dude the ankle guy up there at fucking with Alex.
Yeah,
because
that's exactly what Mighty Mouse was talking about, man. Like in MMA, you could pick your poison on what discipline you want to use while you're in the octagon, because
Right.
if I use this discipline, that's making the fight even, or I'm gonna be at a loss. Or if I use this discipline, that's advantage for me. But in boxing, motherfuckers both coming in with the same discipline, and you're pitted against the same person on the same level as you, and you got to figure it out.
Right.
And
I
honestly,
think hold on. I haven't spoken about this because I want to touch on what Mighty Mouse was saying. I think the reason why he's saying that is because he feels that boxing has its limitations as far as what you can do in there, that you only have to focus on one thing. And boxing is really over specialized. It's an over specialized, martial art.
100%.
Whereas MMA, it takes a lot of time and effort to practice every fucking move, every like technique out of all these disciplines to really stay on top.
It's exactly. You're all over it. It's rare that an individual can master all those disciplines and apply them in the octagon. But it's easy.
Yeah, it's like the difference between being a master electrician. Yeah, the difference between being a master electrician and an overall just general contractor.
And plus, I agree with Bob Aaron when he says they can't take a punch.
Oh yeah, hell no, exactly.
Me, like for instance, like I watch UFC here and there, right? Or PFL, whatever. Like one thing for me, for sure on UFC, that it's killing it. I'm like, it's the wrestling. I'm like, you guys are spending too much time on fucking wrestling. I'm like, me as someone that wants to see kicks or knees or something, I'm like, I'm not getting that. So in a way, I changed the channel. I'm like, if you can,
that's why I feel like they're leaning more towards the kickboxers now.
Yes, I'm like, if you can limit the time on the grappling, like if they're on the ground and you're not going for the submission, like stop the time, get them up. I'm like, you don't have to spend 2 minutes. That's not control to me.
I'm like, bro, when you're on the ground, bro, and it's looking like even ain't nothing happening, stop it right there immediately, stand them up. Let's go.
Yes, exactly. And I was like, everybody told me like, oh, it's because you don't like wrestling, and I'm like, it's not that. I'm like, it's just that I understand that it's wrestling, but I'm watching a mixed martial arts thing. It's not just wrestling. Go compete in the NCAA for that.
Okay, yeah, let me answer that real quick. Like, yo,
so hold on. What if they implemented something like how you can't hold on to the basketball for longer than 25 seconds? It's the same idea. Like, you can't hold the motherfucker down on the ground.
Yeah.
After you know what I'm saying? It's the same idea. Like, you can't just hold on to the fucking ball to keep them from scoring, and then you're gonna win. Like, you can't just hold the motherfucker on the mat the whole time.
Look, I think wrestling, that aspect, it can be exciting when they're in the sprawl, when they're trying to battle for top position. But like when you're laying and praying, it creates like a lot of boredom.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, and I was like, when I was telling that to my friend who loves wrestling, he told me, he's like, well, if you put a like something like, oh, get them up or something like that, it's like it really devalues the wrestler. Like, what's the point of them learning wrestling? I'm like, well, I don't care about their thing. I'm like, I care about my value, and I'm losing value.
So long as they're grappling, and so long as they're sprawling and they're actually fighting for a position, that's fine.
Yes,
but
that's
once
fine.
you
Exactly.
start fucking resting your chin on them and breathing and all this bullshit, like, no, get the fuck up, bro. You're
guys,
resting on the floor.
Let me get this out. Let me get this out. I understand the reasoning that you're looking for a submission and you end up the fight if the guy taps out. But that will be like in boxing if a guy loses just because he is being knocked down. It doesn't really. Do you understand what I mean?
I do, but I look at it differently. I look at the tap outs in MMA as being tantamount to being knocked out of the ring. You know that in boxing, when you get knocked out of the ring, the fight's not over yet. You have a chance to get back in the ring. I don't think that tap outs lend themselves. I mean, like, there was a time, I remember in the earlier days when UFC was really big, the tap out was a thing. Like, yeah, there were people that liked it, but in the long run, it's just, I mean, you see where things are going, that it's kind of bad now. Like, y'all don't really have nobody to carry this brand right now.
A tap out is more like
to me, I think it's evidence of stagnation in the sense that, yo, you guys stop producing fighters who can beat that style. Or you're not producing fighters who can beat that.
Is that what it is, Julio? Because that they just can't beat these wrestlers?
They're signing all these Dagestani wrestlers and all these people with wrestling to try and create a new Khabib, rather than just trying to create good fighters.
It's like bringing the
Cubans. Like for every Diddy and Maya, there's a Uriah.
I feel like it legit used to be like
let me land the plane. So they mentioned
de verdad, if boxing was just Cubans, de verdad, I wouldn't watch that shit. Like, I don't care how that sounds, bro. I would not watch that shit.
Bro, that's why you didn't fucking pick Morrell. I told you, because he's Cuban.
Well, that's why you don't watch amateur boxing, bro.
Bro, imagine
that's why you don't watch
Rigondeaux come over right now.
Damn, bro. Damn,
20,
bro.
20 Rigondaus and shit.
Could you
Nah, but that
imagine a
guy
whole division
Ankalaev,
full
like
of
people think he's a good wrestler just because he looks like Khabib, bro. He's not even a good wrestler. That's not even his style. They just think he has that style
Well,
because he's from there.
also to a point. When we're talking about actual wrestling, not WWE or lucha libre, which is really sports entertainment, but actual wrestling. Well, there's a reason that there's not like professional wrestling in the professional sense. That this is a good sport, and wrestlers are tough, man. Like if you're talking about actual fighting, yeah, wrestling is that. Like yeah, if you could wrestle, you could fight. But for a sport where you want it to be entertaining, where you want people to come in and watch it and enjoy it, well, there's a reason that there isn't a professional wrestling thingy like a professional boxing thingy. You know what I mean? That there's a reason you don't see the guys from the U.S. Olympics that wrestle at the Olympics. You're not going to see a wrestling thing after that. There is no pros for them.
No,
Fucking
that's
Kurt
the
Angle
UFC.
became a wrestler. Oh,
I think if
No,
you ask
he's
me,
a
I feel like what
WWE
changed.
superstar.
Hold on, I feel like what happened, what changed
Nah,
with the
WWE is
perception
real.
of tap
Greco-Roman is
outs.
some gay shit.
Hold on, so I feel like what happened with the changed perception of tap outs is that it used to be like, oh shit, like he tapped that motherfucker out. But nowadays it's kind of like, yeah, we understand this fighter's entire style is to get this motherfucker on the ground and to choke him out. So it's like, how many times is he gonna shoot for the takedown?
It's a cheap shot. It almost reads like a cheap shot that you know what he's gonna do. He's not gonna stand and
That's
fight. He's gonna
exactly why
take it
they
to the
want him to fight.
ground.
That's exactly why they want Alex to fight the ankle guy, because they think he's just gonna take him down and choke him out. It's like, well, how is that fucking entertaining to you?
Bro,
It's not.
Ankalaev isn't even a wrestler. That's how you know it's
That's
just
what the
business.
fuck I'm
It's
saying,
branding.
bro. He's not even a wrestler, bro.
He just looks like he's
The
a
dude
wrestler
didn't
because
even
he's from
fucking shoot a
Dagestan.
single takedown in his last fight.
I'm
Bro,
glad
They
I
got-
don't
he
watch
just
that
looks like he's
gay-ass
good at
sport.
wrestling
You
because
know
he's
what I
Russian
think?
with a beard. That's
Yo,
it.
real quick. You know what I think is gonna happen? If this people are gonna keep complaining about it, they're gonna have to like split up the disciplines, just like Bellator, because they had a kickboxing
No,
division
man,
one
the
time.
UFC needs to sign guys who are good at kickboxing. Who was the last guy who beat that style? That was a pure kickboxer, a specialist like the wrestlers are.
I'm
Alex
gonna be
Bledsoe.
honest.
I can't
No,
think of
wait a
that.
minute. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute.
Adesanya.
I recommend the opposite, Julio. Honestly, stop signing these bearded weirdos. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop signing them.
With
You
the
see
Sign
that?
the
These
kickboxer.
Russian Amish people.
Listen, let's go back to shitting on Cubans, right? Like,
Yeah, you'd fucking like that, wouldn't you?
Yo, you know who's Yoel Romero?
Yo, he sounded just like fucking who?
Yo, Jules. You know Yoel Romero?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds just like them. The rest of them.
This is the thing. The reason I say this is because, look, the area where you excel, which is really the amateurs, is one thing, and the paid ranks are another. And if you just don't, like boxing is more brazen with it, that like, yeah, they're not pouring no money on no motherfucking Cuban fight. They're not. They're
Nah,
not.
Jules, if I could give you one thing, bro, I could have went my entire life with ever having to hear fucking Skull speak.
Bro,
Jesus Christ, that dude sounded like he was juggling a ball sack in his mouth while he was
did I
talking.
not tell you that? It be sounding like they're eating or something, like they got something in their mouth when they speak.
Bro,
Like,
he had a whole nut sack in his mouth while he was talking.
El puertorriqueño demuestra.
Bro, you
Yo,
talk
you
like some
good,
shit
bro?
from Star Wars.
Cool guys. Everybody. Bro.
You'll talk like that. So I think that boxing understands what strengthens it, I guess, or maybe and boxing has its flaws, obviously, like innumerable flaws and things that need to be better. But it at least understands that, like, yeah, these boring guys, we no,
Slowly but surely, we're getting rid of them.
Yeah, look, fucking Joyce versus White is about to be made. Give me that versus any Shakur Stevens, and I think Shakur is great, by the way. I think he's skilled. But I really would rather watch two limited guys with no defense fight each other than Shakur. I would.
Fucking Devin Haney too. Throw him in there.
For real, just.
The difference is in boxing, you have a way to get rid of these very skilled but boring boxers.
Yes.
You rob them.
You fucking better. Fuck them.
Yeah, but in MMA, if a guy is really boring but he's really skilled, he's probably gonna win.
No, I would.
You don't have
no,
a way to
wait,
block.
Leo. I will also say that this is another case where I feel that what I said before, boxing's farm system, it's very structured. It's really rock, paper, scissors, honest to God. When you really think about it, that yeah, the pure boxer can disarm the very strong and capable boxer puncher. The pure boxer can disarm him with defense and movement. But that pure boxer can be disarmed by the brute, by the pressure fighter. And that's the structure of the sport, that all these other ways that you can't win create this environment that is fixed for all of you, that you know you can't spend this whole fucking fight on the ropes running around. You know that, right? Like
You
you
know, you know
fucking
what
lose.
fight? You know what fight you just explained? Ward versus Kovalev. Ward, the
Yes.
slick fighter. Kovalev, the crusher. Man, he knocked that motherfucker down.
I mean,
Shit.
really, he should have won that first fight. You know,
Yeah, he
he
did.
should have won that first fight. But
Look at the 10th
HBO made
round.
it. HBO made a decision. You know, we're trying to have like super middleweight Floyd, but not to say that he fights like Floyd, because he doesn't. But in their mind, you know, they wanted Ward to be something that he was just not going to be. He has the personality of a warm
Not at all.
bus seat.
So
Not,
if I
not
may
just
about
it's just not interesting either, though. Like,
And
not,
I heard.
I mean,
I heard
when
warm
you're being
bus
called
seat.
like the light skinned
Someone
beehive,
farted
that's
in
not
a
a
bus
compliment.
seat. That's his personality.
I'm sorry, but like,
oh, it's
no,
not
so
like.
like when it
Wow.
comes to MMA, bro,
Could you have picked a more boring thing to? I'm the son of God. Fuck me. What am I? Like,
Well,
bro.
Wow,
Like,
where
are
did I
we
hear that
fucking all?
before? Where have I heard that story before? You're the son of
I've
God.
I mean, you're basically saying that your shit don't stink.
maybe
No,
if he
the-
came out with a bunch of backup dancers dressed like Jesus in Oakland,
Yeah, you should have came out to a choir or something. You know what I mean?
if he's like carrying a cross to the
Jesus
ring,
Christ.
He's like
because
food
this
you
is
eat after a stomach
boxing,
virus.
bro.
You know what I mean? Just
This is fucking.
fucking-
If you have the Pope come out, priest, Hesta, and he's walking you to the ring, you need something other than I'm the son of God.
No, and then you gotta walk out to that same song that Ryan Garcia walked out to at the tank fight.
Which was the song, bro?
That sad ass shit, bro, where he sucked all the fucking energy out the ring. I can't remember that. I can't remember.
Because
the name
when
of
I
that sad
watched it,
shit.
I didn't have the volume on.
Oh,
So
bro, it was some sad ass shit. I couldn't believe it, bro.
was it like some emo teenager bullshit?
It was like, I couldn't. It was that fucking TikTok song, bro. I couldn't tell you the name of it if I tried, bro.
If it was from TikTok, it's
But
gotta
it
be
was
bad.
some sad ass shit that it was like, okay, you know you're.
Was it
sacrificial
that
lamb.
song they play for the ASPCA, the Sarah
Yeah, it
McLachlan?
was like
In the arms Yo, dog, if you come out to that, you are guaranteed to lose, bro. Like,
bro,
what
he
the
knew
fuck
he
is
was
wrong
a
with you,
sacrificial
dog?
lamb, bro.
yeah, dude. Yeah, Ward is like the Bible in the sense that he's like a book with no pictures in it. Like Jesus, man. All
I
these
remember-
fucking words.
I remember one of the reasons he never fought in Las Vegas because of the casinos, because they served alcohol and the woman, and I'm like, bro,
Oh my god.
yeah.
Wrong
That is such a
with you,
fucking
dog?
meme,
Like,
yo.
the fuck is wrong
What
with
a
you?
fucking
Who
nerd.
the
you
fuck
a
is coming to
boxer.
Oakland to see your ass, bro? Come on.
Bro,
What a
he-
You a
dork.
he's
boxer.
he's from Oakland. There's rappers that invite him to the videos, and he's like, no, because of the woman. Like, bro, come on.
You see,
Was
yeah,
Ward
you see.
cleaning? Was he cleaning like spitballs off the back of his head all through?
I'm
fucking
not even
school
gonna
or
say
something?
that he's a. I'm not even gonna say he's a warm bus seat, because that implies that at some point he was hot. He's lukewarm tap water, bro. Like, just
Bro,
throw
bro,
that shit out.
it's like,
Ward probably lost.
was he
his
going to
virginity
Sunday
on
school?
marriage night.
He
probably
was
lost
fixing his
virginity the night he
underwear
got
from the
married.
wedgies.
That yeah, like
Bro,
you
he was
just,
never even piss warm, bro.
for real, like even because when it's cold outside and you pee when the steam
Like
comes,
you couldn't even use that nigga to pass a fake drug test, bro.
like
Wouldn't be warm
did
enough.
Andre Ward like drink his tea with like communion wafers?
I don't know what the fuck, like what kind of person? I don't know how you plan on making it. Bro, don't worry about bitches being there. You punch people in the face. I'm pretty sure God don't like that shit neither. Just fight, motherfucker.
Bro, he only fucks missionary. Ward only
Exactly.
fucks missionary. Like, he's not hitting it
Bro,
from the back.
honestly, if you ask me, last one, if I'm not mistaken, God's son actually said turn the other cheek, partner. So what the
Yeah,
fuck you talking about, Ward?
like you just trying to be like I don't know, like he's one of them guys that he want to be really deep and profound and It's like, yeah, this shit is just douchebaggy, bro. Just fight, curse a little more, say some
You
shit.
axe wearing motherfucker.
Use some fucking drugs, Ward. Come on, sniff some coke, be somebody,
Yo,
bro. Come on.
Jules, tú comes habichuela con dulce.
Of course, bro, with the crackers in it.
You know them little cookies that had the cross on it?
Yeah.
I bet you that was I bet you that was Ward's cereal. Every morning he eat like them cookies. That was his cereal.
Fucking
Yo.
Oh shit.
Yo,
That's
yeah.
fucking hilarious, yo.
Yo, be like yeah. I don't understand how you could be in a sport as dirty and fucked up as this one, and this who you trying to be, bro? Like, man. I mean, I don't, because the other thing is, if you really a man of faith, I'm a man of faith. I respect that, but then you shouldn't be doing this. These two things don't mix. And then you run around.
It comes off as like, oh, you self-righteous motherfucker. Oh, you're the son of God.
No, because if it's like, I could see where it becomes a conflict of interest if at any point between your amateur career and your pro career, you found your faith and what you believe in. But the thing is that if it's real like that for you, bro, if you found your faith, then you shouldn't even be doing this.
Religious men are men of peace. Am I wrong or not?
Right? So that you could be
you shouldn't be managed by this guy.
So that you could be resentful and envious of people that are more popular than you are, bro. What the fuck do you expect?
Saudi would have been perfect for him.
The son of God committing the
bro. He would have been out there popping and locking, bro. Ain't no bitches.
Bro, Andre
no
Ward
bitches.
at Trader Joe's. Nobody drinks alcohol out here. Shit.
Oh, I gotta go out there, bro. Ain't no bitches. Ain't no ass cheeks. I'm out there, bro. Fuck,
bro. The son of God committing the sin of envy. Like, come on, yo.
Ward hangs out at the library.
Shit is crazy.
Bro,
shout out to motherfucking South Chicago. UFC rules favor the wrestler mad hard if they remove knees on the ground, like one champion does. Wrestlers would be getting smoked by a lot of dudes. Oh, if they would let them knee the wrestlers while they're on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I ain't trying to hear about that gay ass Ford, bro. God damn. Anyways, hey, how much do you think the contract of Canelo is worth? Because Turkey, his pockets are not shy, bro.
Yeah, we ain't even heard a number yet.
If I had to guess, see, like, for the fight, I believe, and this is just me guessing, right? Because we don't know nothing, but I believe he probably stands to get between 40 to 50 for the next fight. That's what I believe he stands to get for the next fight, for the easy one. I just feel like it's something in that neighborhood, because that's what he be getting. If you Turkey and you trying to get him away from that, you got to give him something substantial. He said he didn't.
Because wasn't the 3-fight deal with Al Heyman for 100, right?
It was something like that.
It's got to be up that from 4.
But
right?
no, but wait a minute, because you got to factor in whatever you getting paid for the next one, right? Is not what you gonna get paid for Crawford. What you gonna get paid for Crawford might be $100. It might be $100. Like, yeah, I wouldn't put that past him. He gave Usyk.
You don't think he paid him $200 million up front?
Possibly. I don't like you talking about crazy numbers, right? It's like, I dig it that, okay, this not a big fight. This first one's not a big one. Maybe it's Bruno, maybe it's Charlo. Who fucking knows, right? I don't know. I figured he probably gonna give you your customary 50 or whatever, your customary, or maybe a little bit more than your customary. So that'll put it in the neighborhood of 50. But that's 50 for Charlo or somebody like that. Understand? That's why it's a sweet deal. Like, I'm getting a big old bag for what is not a big old fight. Getting a big old bag. And then
basically what you're saying is Turkey fronted him the QP so he can get the P later with Crawford.
Yes, sir.
He probably gave him 50 million and 20 virgins.
40. Them bitches out there don't fuck, so it's a lot of them. They suck dick though. Nah, they don't suck dick.
I don't know. You already said it. Sucked a lot.
You already said it.
You know what I'm saying? Well, this is real shit. I believe that the overall value of the 4-fight deal, I believe the overall value might be comparable to, more than comparable. Matter of fact, the overall value of the deal may be more than he stood to make for Netflix, but he didn't match for his next fight whatever Netflix was offering. Because let's be honest, Netflix probably offered this motherfucker some shit.
Yeah, they probably offered him like that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
He probably
offered
would have
him
got
that
to be in an
200 up
episode of
front.
Law and Order too, or
No,
something
but
like that, bro.
no, but this.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, but Julius.
He's gonna come in
He
with
gets to
the
play the
fucking
guitar in the
the
theme song.
mariachi and shit.
For
The
real,
Irish
like
assassin.
Julius.
Desperado reboot, bro. Soy un
No,
hombre muy honrado.
But
La
hold
gente
on,
lo
but you
mejor.
still get to bring Salma back.
No, but Julius, this fight, if this really occurs that Charlo fight, because you're talking about Jamal
Yeah.
Charlo, this doesn't feel like a fight. It feels like a professional rivalry of some kind.
In fairness,
No,
Leo, in fairness, Charlo I think what this heralds, I wanted to save it for the relay, but I'll just say it here. Charlo just started goading Caleb Plant. On the heels of being mentioned as a potential for Canelo, what does Charlo start talking about? Caleb Plant. So I don't believe it'll be Charlo.
If it's Charlo, honestly, I'm gonna stream the fight. But knowing how Turkey's undercards are, that's gonna be fire.
I don't think it's gonna be Charlo, bro, porque tú no ves cómo pasó. They mentioned Charlo as a potential for Canelo, and then Charlo starts talking about fighting Caleb.
Well, hold on, Jules. So then what? Hold on, because then what you're insinuating, because what I'm reading between those lines is you know that Charlo doesn't win that fight.
No, of course listen, he knows he doesn't win against Canelo. I think they tightened the leash on Charlo is what I'm saying. That's what I think happened. That behind the scenes they're telling him, don't think you going to Saudi because you're not.
Oh, speaking of that, is PBC still in the picture or not?
No, maning, the fucking broadcast partner of Riyadh is fucking DAZN. That's the exclusive. PBC is out. They're out. Like it's a wrap.
Yo, how's he gonna do Al on Black History Month like that, bro?
That's fucked up. Bro.
That's wild.
If they're gonna make Charlo a Canelo opponent, man, that dude needs. Hold on. Turkey is gonna have to fund his fucking rehab, bro. He needs a detox before he gets on the plane, bro.
I think because the play now, if you're the PBC and you were relying on doing at least one more Canelo Alvarez fight, right? However they've been paying him, right? Whatever. It frees up your resources to do other fights. So I'm expecting now Caleb Plant versus Jermall Charlo. Since you don't have Canelo's fight to do anymore, right? You can do that one. Obviously, it's not on the level of a Canelo fight, but it's not as expensive either. What do you got to pay fucking Jermall Charlo?
Bro, them niggas ain't got no money over there,
Hanes
bro.
t-shirts,
mushrooms,
socks. You know what I'm saying? Gyros.
They got to go to the Sloss and Swap meet and get all that for Charlo Jules.
God damn.
That's wild.
I'm saying. So the fact that he came out, because remember, Caleb's been calling him out for months, right? Like, Caleb's, whose ass is fat?
Oh no, sorry, Jules. I just saw this female right now. She had some tiggle bitties.
I fucking heard it.
Yeah, I was there with you.
But check it out. Caleb's been, and I don't even know why Caleb keeps fucking called. Like, bro, you trying to fight a crackhead, bro? Like that dude is finished, right?
You got to detox at least.
But Caleb been calling him out, and Charlo didn't say nothing. Like he been doing this shit for months, and Charlo just off somewhere Charloing, right? All of a sudden, now you want to respond. At the moment that you're mentioned as a potential for Canelo, now you want to respond to Caleb. What that tells me is they told your ass, you ain't going to Saudi. You not fighting for them. You fight for us.
I know PBC has no logic, but bro, can you imagine the pay cut they would have gotten from letting Charlo go over there?
Bro, tú no ves que esa gente son imbécil. Adam Kovnowski could have fought Anthony Joshua for $6 million. Yes, he would have got knocked out, but it was for $6 million. To get knocked out by Robert Helenius for a few $100,000 on a fucking undercard.
And now he's living out of fucking green.
Wilder could have got knocked out by Joshua for 50.
Bro, Charlo don't get paid. He gets a net spin card from fucking Al Heyman.
The other thing, the more recent one with Rolly Romero, he's just lucky that he's a fucking lucky moron and the fight came back around. Because you really turned down a main event with Ryan that we all know would have paid you millions, right? They would have bought that shit. As stupid as you are, yeah, people would have bought that shit. You turned that down to fight Isaac Cruz on an undercard and get knocked out. Them dudes is morons over
Yeah,
there,
you're
bro.
one
For
lucky
real.
motherfucker, Rolly.
Yeah, that
Real.
motherfucker was literally crying. Like he knows he fucked up.
Well,
Like you
Jules,
lucky
he
how you lucky you're retarded is what it is, and
Yeah,
people
that
fucking
is what it
find you
is.
funny.
That is what
Pit
it is. That's exactly
Pitbull
what it
did
is.
him the favor by turning that fight down. That's the only reason Rolly got it.
Yeah.
And no, pero tú no ves, it's the same underlying principle. Isaac, you turned down Ryan again after he's been out for a year. He's been out. You understand that the night of the fight, he will have been out for a
Well, you
year.
think they're tightening up the leash on him
Invested.
too because they need him for
Yes,
Tank?
bro. Tú sabes what I think? Javante Davis versus Isaac Cruz
They
2
need
after
they
Lamont
need him for
Roach.
Tank.
They need him
Yep.
for Tank. They
Right.
told him to turn that shit down because it's like, bro, why would there's so much money and now is the time to fight Ryan?
Yeah, they're
Like,
like,
bro,
no, hey, don't do that. We'll give you that Tank fight that you've been begging for the
bingo.
past 5 years.
Tank has to get past Roach first, bro.
I know that's a difficult fight.
Yeah, bro.
It's fucking
That's a
dangerous,
pick'em.
bro. Like 50-50, bro. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
So,
God, who's gonna win?
whatever they have now, they have to hold on tight to that shit. Like you already got Carlos fucking Adames going to fucking Riyadh to get knocked out by big ass Hamza Shiraz Gyro.
Hey, so but what do you guys think is gonna be though? Like Tank versus Isaac at 134 with the 5-pound rehydration clause?
I think it'll be at 140. I think.
No, I don't think that.
The pressure at 135 is growing too great for Tank. You got Keyshawn on his ass, then you got Turkey who's trying to make that Shakur Stevenson fight. I think Javante gonna move up.
Bro, I can't believe you just said that, bro. You talking about Tank who was chased by Loma for 7 years, bro? You think he cares?
It's not that. It's also he gonna go. It's proximity, bro. He gotta
gonna
go to where
retire.
he gotta go. Right now, lightweight don't have nothing for him. I mean, unless they about to bring up Brandon Figueroa. There's nothing. I'm saying like there's nobody else at 135. So you go. I don't see nobody at 130 for you to bring up. You already brought up Hector. You already brought up Lamont. I don't see who else you gonna bring up.
Scooter?
I mean, he's at 2-6, bro.
Yeah, bro. After
No,
he just won
no
his title,
fan
bro,
anymore.
This is the PBC.
He's
bro.
fighting another champion.
This is the PBC.
He's two-time champion for your
Well, he gonna knock
ass.
him out faster than Inoue.
This is a pick'em fight, bro. Scooter,
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah, Tank finna knock him out faster than Inoue, bro.
But
But
I
it's
think
just-
wholeheartedly, in fairness, the reason they do this, I'm not even saying that it's right or that it'll work. But the profile of Javante Davis versus Isaac Cruz is bigger now than it was when they first met because nobody knew Cruz.
Yeah,
then.
because nobody fucking knew Cruz.
Nobody knew him. Now he's coming off a win, and not for nothing. Being real, that Fierro fight was a good fight. Like, yeah, that was a good fight. It was.
That was a war. That was a war.
That was a good fight. Now they could repackage that shit. Like, all right, we know a little bit more about Isaac now. The audience is more familiar with him now. He has more of a name. I think Javante would fight him. Not maybe not at 140, but like at a catch weight, 137, something.
And
like
now Tank has braids. He has the leg tattoos.
Let me get the stick.
Bro,
Let me get
he's
the
got
shit.
the designer
Let
shit,
me
bro.
get this shit, bro. The Chrome Hearts, bro. Get the shit there. You got that
It's
shit
Jack
right there, bro.
Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow, bro. I like her to carry nicely. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's Abdul Wahid.
Abdul Wahid.
Abdul Wahid.
I like doing that accent, but I don't want to fight no Arabs if I do. Abdul Wahid.
Abdul Wahid.
So how much pay-per-view buys do you think that rematch does with Cruz?
2.
Two people?
No,
Man, cool.
fucking ass.
Damn,
Fucking
that's a
ass.
high number.
Nah,
Yo, if he does 2 people, he's a pay-per-view star, bro.
Y'all misunderstood him. Just 2.
No. Honestly, because the Mexicans is going to support Isaac. They absolutely are. So because of that, I would put the number at 200,000. Around there.
I would say between 2 and 3, bro. Yeah.
I don't know about 3. That 3's
No,
asking
no,
a lot.
not up to 3, but between that. So like around
Like
240, maybe.
225.
Like 240 between, yeah,
Okay.
somewhere like that. The low
Okay.
twos.
So you're saying that Tank's gonna do his average, bro? Is
Yeah.
that it?
Basically, what I'm saying.
He's a pay-per-view star. We have to lower the benchmark.
Bro, who you think about to buy this Lamont Roach fight, bro? Ain't nobody gonna buy it. And nobody bought the fucking Frank Martin fight, bro. Like
Nobody brought the Benavidez fight.
If
nope.
if I'm
We
being
still
if
don't know
I'm
the
being
pay-per-view
honest,
numbers.
if I'm being honest, I am interested in that Rayo fight. Like
Wait, which Rayo fight? The Gary Antoine Russell?
yeah, is that an undercard?
Yeah, but Rayo about to get knocked out, bro. I'm just
Bro,
letting
he's
you know.
not getting knocked out,
Te lo
bro.
estoy diciendo. He's gonna get
Bro,
fucking knocked out,
this
bro.
is Gary Russell, bro.
Bro, look,
Relax,
but he's
bro.
big. But he's big for 140, is what I'm saying. He's not a small 140. He ain't Sandor Martin, bro. He's not a little dude, bro.
Bro, Benavidez is big for 168. What is he doing? I mean, for 175. What is he doing?
True, and he got titties. But
So
Gary
so
don't
so
have
what did I miss? You got my DM about the pay-per-views.
Yo, yeah, like the number that's out there for those that are wondering, what did David just do at the box office? The number that is out there is under 80,000. Under
I
80,000.
believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
You know why I believe
Damn,
it?
that's a killer number, bro. He's a star.
My dude, it's a Cuban fighter. Like I can't, like, bro. Who knew Morel? Nobody. Like, we know him because we watch too much boxing. But generally, you can't tell people. Yeah, you need to pay $80 to see David Benavidez fight this dude that you don't know. It ain't gonna work, bro.
I believe it because look at how he just came out begging Canelo on Instagram again.
For real, that motherfucker running out of ideas.
And they offered Canelo 75 million at 80,000.
I just love this whole play, Jewel, from the Turkey saying he gave disinformation, and all the fucking virtue signalers are mad. Like, he owns a media thing now. He can't do that. I'm like, bro, you guys were sucking up PBC when they were paying YouTube fucking channels to do the same shit. Fuck out of here.
Well, it's not even that. It's that they're mad that they got caught. They're what they're really mad about is they thought they had something new to criticize Canelo with, and no, turns out it was all bullshit. Why the fuck would Canelo Alvarez? And I'm a fan of Terrence Crawford, so I'm not gonna shit on him. But I'm just saying, do you know how the fuck you sound thinking he's gonna duck a 37-year-old fucking welterweight with one fight at 154 who will not have fought for a year? What the fuck about that sounds like he needs to avoid him? Use some fucking common sense.
And then I saw the clip from Jake Paul. Jake Paul is just really in his feelings. That Netflix deal was tied. Netflix didn't give him nothing.
That's
what I'm trying
Drew,
to tell you, bro. He's legit hurt, bro. His
Drew,
feelings-
that's what I just said. That, like, yo, I think that he had a lot riding on being able to deliver that fight to Netflix, because without that, what is your alternative?
The fact that he thinks he's a real
Jake
boxer,
legit
bro.
went up to Netflix and is like, "Look, I got Canelo. We're about to do huge numbers."
There you go.
That's what it is. He went up to Netflix and talked that Canelo shit, and now he looks like a fucking dumbass because he's
Yes, sir. That's
dick in his hand.
exactly that's that you thought. Oh, it's all good. I brought y'all Tyson. Now I'm bringing y'all Canelo. We about to work, and it's like, yeah. Now I don't know what the fuck you gonna bring them. What the fuck can you bring them that's on par with bringing them Canelo?
Bro, Roberto
What?
Duran, bro, the greatest
And you know what I love though, because like Jake really thought he could just make the deal and give Canelo a fee.
Yo, he really thought he was the A side. That shit is crazy. Like, you
Fucking
really
stroking his ego and shit.
He thought he said that shit on Twitter too. He said, "I'm the A side, and you're not this time, motherfucker." And you still complaining because you're not the A side. You don't see Canelo worrying about that shit. You worrying about all the money. The real reason you're online talking all this shit is because now your paper fucked up. You don't see Canelo worried about it because his paper not fucked up. A side things, boy. A side things.
Yeah, man. Welcome to boxing.
Welcome to boxing, bro. You know what I'm
And
saying?
there's nobody Jake could fight. Floyd wouldn't even clip the fucking
No,
Canelo
I mean,
Crawford.
at this point, no, Drew, his only real alternative that makes for a massive scale fight is the one fight he hasn't had that for whatever reason he hasn't had it, and that's the KSI fight. If he did that, that would do numbers, but y'all doing y'all, I'm over here and he's over there, so it is what it is.
Bro, that shit
There's
ain't gonna
no
do
other
nothing.
combat sports
No, it would,
athlete.
They fuck
No,
with
I'm
like
talking about not KSI, but if he wanted another athlete. The only one I could think
Fight
of
to
that
go
would.
fight Steph Curry.
I was gonna say if he convinced
Draymond Green.
John Jones to go into the boxing ring, that's the closest thing that could do maybe half
Yeah,
of
but
what.
Ain't John still under contract with Dana?
Yeah,
I don't think he got the autonomy, and
no,
I don't think he got the autonomy to.
yeah.
John
Yeah,
Jones wouldn't be able to eye poke him, bro. I don't know if
No,
he.
but what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
that's the closest thing that can get. Okay, that'll get some attention.
yeah, some, but it's even
Oh,
John. Like John lose like bro. John, what does he fight at once every 3 years, bro? Like when the last time
Yeah,
he fought?
that's about it, bro. You
Damn,
got
he
it.
on that PBC schedule. Shit.
For real,
You
yo, he
hear
a
me?
Heyman fighter, low
He
key.
on
Nah,
that
he
Keith.
on that
He
Thurman
on that Keith
schedule.
Thurman schedule.
Fuck you! I said it first.
Thurman, Crawford schedule.
Shit.
Shout out to the Gooch. The Ecuadorian Frankenstein did 80. That's the number that's out there. Don't shoot the
Yeah.
messenger.
And what also
That's
I
the
heard,
number that's
Jules,
out there.
Not surprised.
PBC was hoping Canelo took that Netflix fight.
Yeah, because
Ah.
yo, wait. See, this is why I kind of have remorse for deleting the video that I uploaded yesterday. The reason I deleted it was because it's centered around Jake Paul and whether or not he's the A-side to Canelo. But I talked about that. They said the PBC is tied to that deal. If they were going to get a piece of the action, that would have helped keep them afloat, a little longer because it's a big perk.
Yeah, you know Al Heyman's sore on the ass about that one.
Yeah, it's a big perk. And
He
Jake
got
said that.
fucked.
Jake said that shit. You betrayed Al Heyman, bro. Don't worry about that shit, bro. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think who was it? Keith
And
Idec?
so what you're saying is Canelo saved boxing by not taking the deal and not getting Espinosa in over there with Netflix too.
I'm saying, like honestly, if we just ballpark what they offered Canelo, what's 3% of 150 million? That's like 30 Charlo fights, right there.
No, but also Jules, it prevents Weasel fucking Espinosa from rubbing elbows with the Netflix execs. Like, oh, I got fighters, I could do this. You give me a budget, you know.
And I pontificated that in one of the episodes I just uploaded that because I seen Keith Idec talking some old cryptic shit like y'all better wait till April. Y'all want the PBC out of boxing. You're gonna wait till
You know what's funny? The people that complain about Turkey buying the media with Ring Magazine, you know that Keith Idec used to write articles for the PBC website, right?
Of course, Keith Idec, Dan Ambrose, fucking Dan Raphael, like they was all in on
Kevin
that.
Ioli?
Even Mike Coppinger.
That Paul Magnio.
I know Manji fucking
Mangina.
chlamydia.
Fucking Magneto, bro. Magneto.
And what
Bro,
about
so
Jules?
y'all
What
realize
was
the three things that the PBC are writing on now, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
fucking David Benavidez.
David Benavidez in this fucking fight with the winner Beterbiev, because he has to
Yeah.
fucking do that. He has to do that.
He's not gonna do it, bro.
Supposedly
fight
fucking
Soto.
Tank's fighting a elite fighter in his next fight.
Te lo estoy diciendo. Samson is gonna make him jump ship. Samson is look. The one thing you could trust a greedy motherfucker to do is look out for his motherfucking self. And at this point, PBC don't have nothing for his fighter. If they don't have nothing for his fighter, they don't have nothing for him. Oscar, he got something. He gonna take him over there.
Yep.
He gonna take him over there. They're gonna build.
They're relying that fucking Tank supposedly gonna fight an elite fighter in his next fight.
Never.
No, they're gonna do they're gonna go the same because they don't know how to do nothing else. They're gonna play the same old shit. Against the Mexican fighter, they're gonna try to do that again. They're gonna do a little bit more pay-per-views with the Isaac Cruz fight this time. They are because the audience is a bit more familiar with him now. But we're not talking nothing crazy, y'all. We talking about like 220 something maybe, if that. You know
If they use the zone as a partner, because nobody, what I'm hearing is nobody goes to Amazon to buy the pay-per-views. Most of them are coming from the satellite.
Bro, I'm pretty sure. Te lo estoy diciendo ahora. I'm pretty sure that they sell more pay-per-views on payperview.com than fucking Amazon.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you put this on your next video. Why was Turkey throwing shots back at Gary Jonas and Chris Algieri from ProBox?
Because they talk a lot of fucking shit.
Even Gary Jonas is talking shit about
Turkey's
Turkey?
a petty motherfucker.
Well, Gary Jonas owns ProBox, and Chris Algieri and Paulie Malignaggi are tantamount to his employees right now.
That's why he said you're the guy who hired you.
Yeah, you know that they Gary's boys right now, but also don't forget. Also, don't forget, ProBox is in bed with the PBC. Why you think Jared Hurd was there? Why you think Jason Rosario was there? You see what I mean? Joey Spencer was there. I I don't know it for sure, but I felt like he was taking a shot at Al Heyman. Call me crazy. I
Yeah.
felt like he was
So what
taking.
you're saying is
I,
Gary Jonas is the real life meme where all the guys fuck the girl and he's the last one with the flowers.
yeah, he's got the chocolate.
And he got in bed with the fucking bitch at the end.
He bought her a smoothie, and
he gotta eat her pussy.
and he's gonna.
So remember that chick that slept with 1,000 guys in a day? He's guy number 1,000.
Yo, I wouldn't even want to. Yo, why the fuck would I want to fuck a bitch that's gonna fuck 1,000 people today? Her pussy
wild.
must. Yo, could you imagine what her pussy smell like, bro?
Bro,
That
it's
back
dead.
linen.
1,000 asses.
Bro, her shit's dead, bro.
And did you see what OnlyFans did?
What they did?
They did. They said we're not putting that video on our platform. We're not allowing that because we can't
Why
verify the
not?
age of the
I
guys.
wanted to watch it. Fuck.
They said they can't verify all the guys, and she's like, "Yo, she can't even monetize it." No.
So she basically got fucked by.
That's
I
fucking
think I saw
hilarious.
Sawab in that
I
video.
mean, you
got
could
your
probably
shit.
put it on
What
Pornhub.
the? I nigga say so wild.
Bro, her shit is probably so fucked raw and calloused and shit. It's literally dead, bro.
Bro, you ever get that back wind from the trash disposal that it smells
Oh
like
my
straight
god,
fluid?
no! Don't. That shit
Like, and
sucks, man.
her and her
That's
partner
fucking
friend are
crazy.
competing.
From like when you close the trash can, that lid.
Nah, see, and if it's me, I'll be the oddball. Yeah, just let me get a side of a blowjob and a glass of water. I don't want no pussy today. I get my dick sucked.
So you saying she's squirting radiation juice right
There's
now? Or?
plutonium in that shit. Oh, it's fucking fallout. Like, bro, how the fuck would I want to stick my dick in a bitch that is getting fucked by
Bro, her pH
999
balance is
other
probably so
dicks
fucked
today?
up. Her
She got
shit
that.
Man,
straight up
that's the
acid, bro.
that
She
is
got
the
the,
Fulton fish market, man.
she got that Chernobyl pussy.
For real, yo. Like, in the end, if I told you, yo, look, you see that girl right there? 999 dicks is gonna be inside that bitch. Would you want to
Jesus
fuck? Like,
Christ, bro.
nah, fam,
She
you
got that
bugging.
Gulf of Mexico pussy, bro. Like just
Bitches,
nah, fuck
I'm
no.
good, dog.
That
I'm
Lincoln
good.
Tunnel pussy, man.
I like, you know what I'm saying, I like pussy, but I don't need that pussy. Like, nah, I'm good, homie. I get blowjob. She sucks
A
some dick
pussy with
today. I get
mileage is a pussy
blowjob.
with no
Wait,
walls.
wait. Hold on. So David only did 80,000.
Under.
Oh my god, bro.
Bro, the shit is look. I believe that's literally the only number I've heard in a week. That's the only one I heard. Nobody else is. I haven't heard anything other than that. You know, and that was like recent. All I'm saying is think about it. Do you really believe that 150 or 200,000 people bought that fight? Think about it. It's
Bro,
too easy to steal, bro.
Bro, well, wait till Dan Rayfield tweets out that it did 400,000.
Oh no, that shit
It's
did
not
half
even
a
that
million.
it's not even that it's too easy to steal. You gotta understand this, bro. It's that it's too fucking overpriced to justify.
Yeah, you can.
Why would why would I pay $80 for this bitch ass fight when I can either go out with that money and have a good time for that, or I can steal this bitch and just get a fucking bottle and chill.
Bro, like, and
Nobody's gonna justify that
I'm
shit.
not even going front. Off of that live of that day, I don't normally share numbers. That was a good day because I paid the 80, but I made 321.
Well, that's because
off of
that one little girl came up here.
Oh, word, right? I forgot, but yeah,
Yeah,
you know, it was a
that was
good day
fucking
though.
hilarious.
It was a good day, but it's like that's the main problem that it has. You telling people you gotta pay 80 to see this, and it just don't make sense to them. It don't make sense like at all. The ones that ain't gonna steal it, the ones that actually pay money for boxing, they buy pay-per-views, they're still gonna say like, why would I give y'all $80 for this?
Bro,
This
that's
is
why
crazy.
that's why you're saying that Logan Paul versus KSI is gonna sell. Bro, that generation, if we
No.
steal, they're gonna be sharing lean.
Espera, because you can package it differently. Remember, you don't have to bill it as a pay-per-view. Jake proved that with the Tyson fight, that this could still be lucrative if it's spread across a wide enough area. that KSI kid has a loyal following in the UK, bro. He's huge, bro. Like I don't
Yeah,
watch nothing he
that's two
does.
separate fan bases, two different fucking demographics. That's two different entirely countries, bro.
It would be big. Like it would be big, and you wouldn't. It would be so big for the Netflix platform if you did it right. The way that they packaged the Tyson fight, if you did it that way, it would be so big for their platform. They wouldn't need to bill it as a pay per view. The whole young world, because it wouldn't be us. Like I don't give a shit about them fighting, bro. I don't care. But young people do, and that goes a long way. Like yeah, that would be big for them. You know. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. I'm starting to wonder if they're ever gonna do it because it's like KSI, you ain't really doing much neither. What you about to fight Dylan Dennis again? Nobody want to see that shit.
You know,
Who
I
cares?
think they were saying that all the PBC fighters are on that Kovalev, Kathy Duva
That's
contract.
what I heard that.
So
But they're on that.
how
They're
much
getting
do you
paid off
think
the nets.
how much do you think David got paid for this fight then?
Your honest opinion, I think he probably made in the neighborhood of 1.5 to 2 million with his guarantee. I don't know that
Nah, he got like a $50 Whataburger gift card.
you got an Arby's
Uh,
gift card,
yeah, there we go. The Arby's
free
gift card.
soda.
Pack of
Costco.
Oreo cookies.
His girl gets a free plastic surgery. And shit.
Yeah, like she gets a facial cleanse, like an acid peel or some shit like
Yo,
that, bro.
Samson gave him a reach around.
For real. But no. In,
You
in
see what I'm
fairness,
saying?
the most I think that he, as far as his guarantee, I would say I think David was probably guaranteed in the neighborhood of 1 to 1.5. Uh, uh, I don't know, dog. Like as far as threshold or upside, that all depends on what this show costed you to do. What I have been hearing consistently from the production end is they're cheaping out on a lot of the operational costs, right? Because they don't got a lot of money. So maybe the threshold wasn't that high. Maybe it's like, oh, you'll get a bonus if it does 70,000 pay-per-view buys, right? But come on, dog. Like that dude ain't getting no money. He ain't getting no money.
This is David Benavidez. I kind of understand why Tail turned down that 100K one, bro. This shit was
I
not gonna
understand.
sell.
No, espera. Yo entiendo. But at the same time, remember what the problem is. You're the one who says you're a star. If you don't think you can sell 80,000 pay-per-views, okay, you're not a star because one of the bonuses, a $250,000 bonus, if you meet a 80,000 threshold, and you get a percentage, you get 50% of whatever comes in after it does 100,000 buys. If you're really a star, those are not high benchmarks. When you walk away, all you're saying is, you know, you're not a star. These
Yeah,
are
like
not
come on,
high
even Tank
benchmarks.
does that.
Yeah, those are not high benchmarks. Like, nah, these are doable. It's just you know you don't sell like that. And why the fuck would
Yeah,
you? You irritate everybody. You irritate
exactly.
everyone, bro.
Fucking
Which is why
Biggie.
you got to keep Canelo's name in his fucking mouth.
You got to try to siphon some fans off of him.
Yeah.
Shout out to motherfucking Jerry. Bought a Siamese beta male fish. I named. Oh, okay, bro. That dude got
Bro,
problems,
what
bro.
the
Like
fuck does that mean, bro? Like, hold up, wait, what?
he's mad at
Dude,
he
he's
just
mad
David Benavidez.
obsessed, bro.
David Benavidez is president of the
Oh,
David Benavidez fan
bro.
club, bro. That's the
Oh,
dude from before, Alex.
No,
That's that dude.
bro.
that's
Yo, Jerry, your
Jerry has
super
a
chats is
fucking
lowering your
Ronnie
credit score.
poster with
Stop it,
Jules'
bro. Come
face
on.
plastered on it in his room.
Bro, I love these $2 super chats.
Yeah,
Keep
you're right.
coming,
Don't
Jerry.
that's
Keep
like
coming, Jerry.
fucking Jerry. Oh, that
Get a
dude.
turtle and get a cockeyed turtle and call him Julius,
Bro,
Hey,
bro.
I'm
is that the
telling you,
cat that was
bro.
yelling at me like I'm a
Jerry's
hunter?
fucking
I got a 30
obsessed, dog.
6 and all that shit.
That was Minister
Get a
Derek calling
one-legged cat with no tail and call him Julius, bro. Just keep the super chats coming. I'm gonna go get a piece of chicken. I'll be right back.
But what kind of chicken, bro? It's important.
Project.
That shit
That's
grilled,
that's
fried, we got
Minister.
leg, we
There's
got
so many
motherfucking
fucking
fries.
ways to cook it, right? It's like shrimp.
That's
Hey, I'm gonna tell
Minister
y'all right
Derek.
now, man. Hey, how many of y'all rock with what I'm about to say? When it come to
Go
chicken
ahead.
and come to KFC, dog,
I'm
if
gonna
these
keep talking.
motherfuckers sold a bucket of just original recipe skin, bro, fuck the bone, fuck the meat, just original recipe skin, I'm smashing. Who's down?
This motherfucker, you fat bitch.
For real, bro? You ain't feeling the original recipe skins?
No, bro, you
I
fat
do, but it's
whore.
like,
That
bro,
shit
you
is
gotta have meat with that, bro. And like,
that
No,
shit
no,
is
no.
their
dry
their
as
meat is
I'm
not.
fuck.
just saying, like,
Well,
I'm a
Hey,
still
Alex.
eat meat, bro. Don't
Hey,
get me
Alex.
wrong, bro. I ain't nah, bro. I fuck some meat all day, bro. It's my
Hey,
shit. But what
Alex.
I'm saying is,
Minister
Pause out.
Fucking
Jericho.
these
pause,
motherfuckers were
bro.
slanging a
Jesus
12-piece
Christ.
bucket of original recipe skins. I'm
Hold
No,
on.
talking.
fuck you.
Shit up your
Pause. You
shit.
can't just rush past that.
Go ahead, fam.
This nigga
No,
said I fucks with meat all day. Jesus Christ. And
Bro, you know
nobody
you
said
can't pull me into
shit.
that, bro. You know I got these jokes. Hey, man. Hey, yeah. Hey, matter of fact, tube steak is even better, bro. What's good?
Hey,
Jesus
Alex.
Christ.
Minister Jericho might want to join you for that, man.
Nah.
No,
Mr.
Jerry's
Jericho.
over there eating Benavidez cock meat sandwiches, bro.
Nah, bro. He's a hunter, bro. He's eating venison, bro. Remember, he's got a 30-6. Yeah, don't forget, you know. Yeah.
That guy's a fucking fool, bro.
Wait, no, wait. Jerry, that was a different dude. Jerry's the dude that be yelling all the time, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that
Yeah, the one
WWE
be calling the
wrestler guy.
Boston boys talking about Jules.
I was thinking of Cat. But yeah, fucking Jerry. He's weird, bro. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Well, we met his little cousin the other night on Twitter, man. The guy Kevin, man, he came on and was like saying a bunch of weird shit, and he was in finance, just like
Oh,
Jerry.
is that who fucking Clava was talking about? Jules arguing with some
Yeah, he's not really
kid
his
named
cousin.
Kevin.
He's not really his cousin. I'm just fucking around, but
But I was saying, but like some fucking guy named Kevin, right?
yeah,
Yeah, he was
Okay, yeah.
on the
No,
space.
I don't be on Twitter, so I missed all that.
he challenged
Yeah.
Jules to a debate and then told him he didn't know what he was talking about and then jumped off.
What a fucking loser. Yeah, that's why I don't fuck with Twitter, bro. I don't care about what people have to say.
I only go on there for boxing news with you guys and shit. I don't. It's a toxic ass site, man.
It is.
I mean, I just
Thanks,
realized that
T-Bone.
like the people who are on there who feel obligated to speak on those types of platforms, it's like, yeah, you're saying weird and outlandish shit because you're not socialized enough to know, like actually be normal. That's why you're on these
Right.
platforms.
the reason I'm getting a little bit tired of Twitter is not necessarily the platform, it's the people. It's too many people fucking uploading, retweeting fucking stories with community nonsense. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? The community is saying you're wrong, but you're still trying to see. I'm telling you, this is and there is a community wrong, proving you wrong. So what are we doing? I don't understand the
Yeah,
platform.
like there should be
said
like a
someone needs to
community
give
notes
Jerry
like
a job.
on like boxing sources. There should be that. I agree.
I don't think too many people care about boxing to be a
Yeah,
community
probably
note
right.
in boxing.
No, if I'm being honest with you, bro, I feel like because I'm from Dallas, Texas, bro. So if you ask me, I feel like the people down here miss boxing because like when there are good fights, they come out, bro. Like they go to the bars, they fucking have their parties and shit. So like
We go to all
I
those
for real feel
locals.
like
Yeah.
yeah, they like for real missed fucking like the big events and shit. So
But you were talking about Spence, William, because that was the main guy at that time. I imagine that many people in Texas was following Spence, but
who Spence?
now
No. Honestly, bro, no. Spence was never really that big. The only reason Spence was even really like talked about was because he was butt buddies with Yellow Beezy.
No, but
But
I
like in
remember.
reality, nobody really fucked with him like that down here.
I remember
Really?
about 4 or 5 years ago when they had the Ruiz versus Joshua rematch in Saudi, the first Saudi fight. It
Yeah.
was around 1 o'clock p.m. and I went to the bar. Man, that bar, all the bars were packed here in Dallas, bro.
No, that shit, my dude, check it out. I was working a site, and I was working a site the day of the fight, and I seen dudes looking in their phone, and I'm like, yo, you watching the fight? Fucking yeah, I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? That shit was big. Like that rematch,
Yeah.
it doesn't get said enough that you know that rematch was actually big. That was big for
You know what? I remember I was working at Cane's during the second Fury and Wilder fight, and I was watching that bitch on my phone, and I remember talking shit because Wilder had he had a sponsorship from Cane's on his gear, and I was like, man, fuck.
No, but yeah, good times, man. And that was when that was right around the time DAZN is still getting started in America. Because remember, they weren't here that long by the time that rematch happened. And yeah, that was a big fight, man. Joshua versus Ruiz too was actually big. A lot of people was watching that shit, man.
Oh,
Shout out to Jerry Panel. If you would crash a David Benavidez press conference, subs, what to tell him what? I don't. Yo, dog, it's you know what? It's late wherever he at, and he tweeting it, and he telling me this shit. I'm going to sleep, bro, man.
Didn't that nigga come on here and say we all need to be fired or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was mad. He was really mad that day.
Fuck off, Jerry.
He was really mad that day.
Get a job, motherfucker.
So look, I might go live tomorrow. I might go live, but I don't think there's a broadcaster for Chisora Valeen. I don't think there is one. It's not on ESPN. So we'll see if I can find.
We're gonna watch the live from.
Because
from Google.
It's like if I find a stream, well, it ain't gonna be one I could put on my TV. You feel me? So it's like I might like I might go live. We'll see. But I see y'all on the next one.
Saludos, y'all.
All right.
Once.
Okay.